New England Patriots, Philadelphia Eagles, NFL preseason week 2, Pats Nation, and hopefully Eagles fans in the chat too. We are officially back. You guys killed last week's live watch party because this is your one-stop shop. This is the place to be for real-time thoughts, reactions, and analysis for every New England Patriots game for the 2026 preseason, regular season, and postseason. Something new that I do want to be implementing into these watch parties before the game actually starts is every single week I want to do a little segment before the game starts about what am I looking for in this game for the Patriots. I also want to look at the latest news that we have going into these games. What are we seeing in warmups? What are guys that we should expect to not play? What are guys that are maybe game time decisions and all of the reports that we're getting leading up to game time? So on the way in, make sure you guys slam that like button. Comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Who do you think wins tonight's game? And of course, let me also know, what are your score predictions? Let's see if anybody can get that right. But I want to get right into this. I want to get into what am I looking for? And of course, today's video brought to you by PrizePicks. We'll talk to you a little bit later on about them. And the number one thing that I wanted to look at was the starting offense, right? I wanted to see Drake May. I wanted to see A.J. Brown. I more specifically wanted to see what that connection was going to look like between the two, because it has been thriving day by day, week by week as practice goes on here. And A.J. Brown just lit up his team in the 2 days of joint practice that the Patriots had with Philadelphia. But unfortunately, sounds like we might not be getting that. And the reason that I was expecting to see A.J. Brown and Drake May play even at least one offensive drive was because that's what we saw last year in the preseason with Mike Vrabel. Was that didn't really see those guys in game one, saw them a good amount in game two, didn't really see them in game three. So I was expecting that this would probably be the only game we saw them. Sounds like probably not going to see those guys play, and we'll get into that a little bit. So unfortunately, number one might have to be something that as Patriots fans do wait a little bit longer to see. Getting into number two, I want to see that running back three battle. Jam Miller, Lan Larison, Hassan Haskins, who is going to run away with that job? Last week, I feel like the guy who was probably the most impressive was Jam Miller. He got all the opportunities in the running game, and I didn't think he was spectacular, but I thought he looked pretty good. I thought he ran hard, and he got some pretty tough yards, especially for the Patriots offensive line that really struggled in run blocking. But Jam Miller is also very one-dimensional. We saw that last week. One target, it was a check down, no defender near him. The ball hits two hands and just completely bats off of his body. And so Jam Miller seems pretty one-dimensional, not going to give you special teams, not going to give you a pass catcher, really just going to give you depth as a running back, as were Lan Larison. I thought didn't look great in the preseason last week, but I also think he looked worse in large part because the offense around him did not give him any help whatsoever. As soon as this guy got the ball on screens, checkdowns, if he was getting a toss to the outside, there were four defenders immediately in the backfield on Lan Larison. So certainly didn't help him there. We did see earlier on in training camp, earlier on in spring practices, that Lan Larison was by far the Patriots' top running back as the number 3 guy. Unfortunately, he's really cooled down as of late. Now, what I tell you guys all the time is, football's not what have you done for me at one point. It's what have you done for me lately. And so this team's going to care more about what these guys are doing now, not what they did in spring practices, not what they did early on in training camp. And then Hassan Haskins. And I think when the Patriots signed him just about a week ago, I think a lot of people thought that he was going to be somebody who's going to come in as a camp body and just fulfill those snaps in the preseason. But keep in mind, he was a 3rd, 4th round pick by Mike Vrabel and the Tennessee Titans. And this was a guy at the collegiate level, I believe with Michigan, that actually showed a lot of promise and just never really translated that to the NFL. I thought for a guy in last week's preseason game against the Colts that had been here for less than 24 hours, he had some really good moments. And we're even seeing that he's getting reps as running back 3 in the rotation since he's gotten here. And so I think Hassan Haskins is just as much in this mix as Jam Miller and Lan Larison. It's not just going to be about who performs the best tonight, but it's also going to be about who's playing in quarter 1 and who's playing all the way to quarter 4. Now, the next thing that I want to see here is safety number 3. More specifically, John Saunders. Can John Saunders come in and actually take this job at safety 3? Something that I really don't think anybody in the media has been talking all that much about. It's been Mike Brown, the veteran safety, the offseason addition, the former Tennessee Titan. He's been one of the guys that's been highly in the mix. Del Pettis was the other guy that was in that mix. John Saunders has made a name for himself. He had an interception at joint practice with the Philadelphia Eagles. That was on Jalen Hurts. He had an interception in the preseason, week 1 against the Colts. He had a few other interceptions against the Patriots starting offense earlier on this summer. He's someone that I think fits the mold of what the Patriots are looking for, because I think you look at Mike Brown, he's been wildly inconsistent. I think he's a better special teamer than he is a defender at this point. I think the Patriots really want a guy who can be a defender with some upside there on special teams as that safety 3. You look at Del Pettis, I think he's a guy the Patriots certainly like, another person that's going to give you a lot of those opportunities on special teams, but he's somebody who's a little bit better at playing aggressively. He's going to stop you in your tracks, come up to the line of scrimmage, is be able to help you stop the run. He's going to be really good in safety blitzes, but he's going to be a little inconsistent when it comes to coverage, as where John Saunders, to me, is the best out of all of those guys we just listed at true coverage from a safety perspective. And so if this defense under Mike Vrabel and Zach Core really wants to run 3 safety sets this upcoming season, John Saunders probably is the guy that makes the most sense for them. And so if John Saunders can look good here tonight, we're going to start having a lot of questions about him making the 53-man roster. Next thing that I want to see, and I alluded to this a little bit earlier, is the run blocking, right? I want to see, is there improvement from the offensive line from a run blocking standpoint? Pass blocking looked pretty damn good last week against the Colts, and they got some good bodies there. You know, I think pass blocking offensive line as a whole, as a unit, has looked pretty damn good this offseason. Where the concerns are with the offensive line are actually coming from a run blocking standpoint. And that was one of the big issues last year, right? And I think if this offense is really going to be taken to the next level, yes, A.J. Brown, Romeo Doubs, those guys are going to be a part of that. But I think running the football starts with this offense really opening up, because you run the football, that's going to open up play action. That's going to open up those RPOs. It's going to open up the overall passing attack. That's going to make this offense multi-dimensional instead of one-dimensional. That'll help open up the pass game significantly. And this team ranked towards the bottom of the NFL in success rate from all rushing attacks amongst offenses in 2025, along with being one of the worst graded run blocking offensive lines. Didn't get any help in the preseason last week. Can they improve upon that this week? A true test against Philadelphia. I'm excited to see that one. And then next up here, linebacker 3. That battle to me has really switched up over the last week. I thought Chad Muma was pretty much all but certain to kind of come in there and be that linebacker 3. And nope. After that preseason game against the Colts, he said, hold up, because KJ Britt, the former Miami Dolphin from last year, who really prior to last week's preseason game has done absolutely nothing. He got pushed down to linebacker 4, linebacker 5. He had a spectacular game. A huge tackle for loss. He had a forced fumble a couple plays later. Can KJ Britt come here in this game and solidify himself as linebacker 3? And then lastly, of course, what I want to see the rookies. That's what the preseason is all about. Who is going to stand out? I want to see Gabe Akis. He had some good moments last week. I thought he was very well-rounded from a pass rushing standpoint, from a run defensive standpoint, but I thought there were some inconsistencies. There were some rookie moments, which you certainly do expect. I also want to see Caleb Lomu. Where's he playing? Is he still going to be playing primarily over there at right tackle? Do we see any of that left tackle or interior offensive line? And can we see a little bit more consistency from him this week also? That's what I'm excited to see, along with just the rest of these rookies and what can they do? So that's why I kick it off to you guys. I want to know, what are you looking in this second preseason game for the Patriots? But let's go ahead and let's transition on here real quick into just some updates that we're getting before this game starts. What do we got here? We got about 5 minutes, till the game starts. So this is actually perfect. We are doing a perfect run through right now in terms of timing. Per Evan Lazar, the Patriots returners in warmups: punts, Marcus Jones, Pop Douglas, Romeo Doubs, Efton Chisholm, Kobe Prentice, Nick DeGennaro. I saw way too much of Kobe Prentice and Nick DeGennaro last week. Respectfully, I get it. It's preseason game 1. You're not going to play a whole lot of starters. We're getting closer and closer to the regular season, and who these returners are still is a major question. Respectfully, I didn't see enough from Kobe Prentice to really care or think that he's going to do enough to make the 53-man roster. Same thing there with Nick DeGennaro. I don't need to see Marcus Jones as a returner in this game. I honestly don't need to see Marcus Jones in this game, period. he's just been spectacular this offseason. Make sure he stays healthy. We don't need to see him. But Pop Douglas, Romeo Doubs, Efton Chisholm, I would love to see those guys get some opportunities as returners at some point in the preseason. As for the kickoffs, JaMychal Hasty, Cam Dorner, Kyle Williams, Hassan Haskins, Jam Miller, and Lan Larison. Can JaMychal Hasty still make this 53-man roster? He's had a lot of experience in this system. JaMychal Hasty, the classic, we need a guy for the preseason. Let's just call him up. If he looks good, even as a returner, he could still make the 53. Cam Dorner, he had a really, really good game last week, made a couple of really great plays. If he can solidify himself as a kick or punt returner for the Patriots, maybe that's the way he gets on the 53, but I still think those odds are pretty low. Really want to see Kyle Williams as a kick returner, though. Really, really, really want to see what he can do, especially if he's going to have a limited role as a wide receiver. I want to see what he can do as a returner. I think that's how he's going to be able to get on the field a little bit more in 2026. Hassan Haskins, talked about him a little bit earlier, but I think also if he wants to solidify himself as running back 3, maybe running back 4 on the 53-man roster, him being able to be a special teamer, especially a kick returner, and take over that role would be huge. Same thing with Jam Miller and especially Lan Larison, who had a lot of hype as a returner coming out of college as a UDFA last year. Now, moving up here, Evan Lazar also says that it looks like Tommy's DeVito's center will be Jacob Ritzie. Baron Morton is working with Joe McCliskey. And the backup offense, I'd say the third team offense looked pretty rough last week with Baron Morton. And now he has a brand new center, brand new offensive lineman that was signed just a few days ago. So they put up, 3 points, Baron Morton's offense in the second half against the Colts. I don't think I want to know what that's going to look like. Respectfully, don't give me any Baron Morton. Give Tommy DeVito the entire game. Please, for the love of God, I do not want to sit here in the fourth quarter watching Baron Morton, the second half as a whole. If you want to play him in the fourth quarter, whatever. But in the entire second half, please do not make me watch Baron Morton play football. It's rough. It's to put it lightly, it's rough. And then Greg Van Roten is also in uniform. Roten came out in uniform with the quarterbacks and the centers. Sounds like he's in uniform, but probably not going to be playing. Now, Evan Lazar also says here that players not in uniform likely do indicate that they're dealing with some type of injury-wise. Healthy players are dressed even if they aren't playing. And so keep an eye on that. When you're watching this game tonight, look on the sideline. What Patriots player do you see that they're not dressed up at all? And if you don't see them in uniform, then chances are those guys are dealing with some type of injury, because even if they don't play, the healthy guys are going to be dressed up. So Evan Lazar does come back out here and say Patriots that are not in uniform: Christian Gonzalez dealing with injury, Craig Woodson not dealing with an injury based off of what was reported, Kevin Byard, same thing, Travion Henderson, Reggie Gilliam, Eli Raridan, Ben Brown, Channing Canada, Xavier Holmes, Harold Landry, and Brendan Schooler. So really disappointed that it sounds like we are not going to see Eli Raridan play tonight. And kind of the same thing with Reggie Gilliam. Like, I really want to see what this starting offense looks like. I don't need to see a lot. I get it's the preseason. But I want to see a little bit on what does it look like with Drake May and his brand new offensive line? What does it look like with May and his brand new receivers in Romeo Doubs and A.J. Brown? I want to see the fullback in this offense, or Reggie Gilliam, one of the best fullbacks in this league. I want to see what his impact's going to look like. And today, we're just not getting that. Channing Canada, he's been dealing with a little bit of injuries too. He's been a little bit banged up. He got a lot of playing time last week, and looks like we're not going to see that same thing kind of transfer over here. And so I think the biggest one on this list for me, though, is going to be Raridan. They really were trying to get him go last week. Is he dealing with an injury, or is this the Patriots saying, yo, Eli Raridan has been killing it for us this offseason? We saw enough last week. Let's bubble wrap this kid, because we don't want him to get injured before the regular season starts. Certainly something to watch there. As for the Patriots starting offensive line for Tommy DeVito, we got Caleb Lomo at left tackle. So I alluded to this earlier on from what am I looking for? Where's Caleb Lomo? Is it right tackle, left tackle? Is he getting any reps on the interior of the offensive line? All I ask is for this coaching staff to please not mismanage Caleb Lomo. Okay, I understand if we want to cross-train him, get him some snaps at his original position, because if something is to happen to Will Campbell, which knock on wood, that doesn't happen, Caleb Lomo maybe is that backup tackle for Morgan Moses and Will Campbell. But let's not forget the reason you drafted Caleb Lomo. And I've been saying this, I sound like a broken record, but the reason you drafted Caleb Lomo was to be your franchise right tackle. It's a brand new position, okay? Playing right tackle is the exact opposite of playing left tackle. I don't care what anybody says, okay? You draw with your right hand, draw with your left hand. You throw a football with your right hand, now throw a football with your left hand. It is significantly different. Let's please allow Caleb Lomu to have a redshirt year as long as possible and truly just develop at one position. Left guard, you got Mekhi Butler. Center, Jacob Ritchie. Right guard, James Hudson, which, yikes, James Hudson did not look good at right guard last week. And then Marcus Bryant over at right tackle. Kind of got that update there on Greg Van Rotten. I still feel like I'm butchering that name. Says he's in uniform, but didn't take any reps in warm-ups, so don't expect him to play tonight. And then Evan Lazar also says, based on warm-ups, it seems that even fewer Patriots regulars will see the field tonight, or we're going to have some fun anyways, right? I think Evan Lazar put that perfectly. 0 starters? The preseason is already bad as it is. What I look forward to is that for a few drives, a quarter, maybe 2, we get to see some starters out there. Last week was rough against the Colts. Okay, quarter 1, quarter 2, not bad, but it's just because you're mainly excited. Football's back. You expected to see more starters this week on both sides of the football, and now you're telling me we're going to see less starters? Less starters than last week? The Patriots are in full preseason form. I mean, damn, even the Miami Dolphins threw their starters out there. The Bills threw their starters out there. The Jets threw their starters out there. Pretty much every single team in the NFL has thrown their starters out at some point over the last 2 weeks. This is a Patriots team that has really vamped things up in practices this offseason. Ever since the pads went on in training camp, pretty much every single day in practice, pretty much every single day has been in pads. So if we have this philosophy on we're going to try to really vamp these guys up before the regular season starts, isn't that counterintuitive to then not play the starters at all through 2 weeks of the preseason? And usually what we see with teams is they'll play their starters a little bit week 1, a little bit more week 2. You shut them down week 3 and allow all the depth players to play. So are we trending towards not seeing any Patriot starters play at all in the preseason? Because, again, I get it. You want those guys to stay healthy, but they also need live game reps and not just practice in order to get ready for the season. So I know I'm going on a bit of a tangent, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Me personally, I don't love the idea that no starters, even less, are playing for the Patriots this week than what we saw last week. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys are looking at this saying, Colby, calm down, dude. It's not that deep. But I'm just a little annoyed. Just a little annoyed. You usually get 1 week of starters and only a drive or 2. Yeah, usually you get about, 1 to 2. I would say usually you get probably about 2 weeks of starters, but usually you get like the first week, it's a drive of starters. And then the following week, it's like, okay, we're going to give those guys an entire quarter. Patriots have done nothing. Yeah, Bills had them last week against the Panthers, and I believe Josh Allen played this week too, right? I don't think I'm making that up. Let me see. Hold up. Is this? Yeah, this is. Oh wait, no. This is week 1. So the Bills. Where are the Bills? Where's this recap? Did the Bills play? Yeah. They played, what, today, yesterday? No. So the Bills didn't play their starters, or the Bills at least didn't play Josh Allen today, but they played him last week. So, yeah, Kyle Allen played. Oh, hold up. That's the wrong one. There we go. Let's see. Starters been going ham with each other and two other teams in joint practices. I'm fine without them playing. I just want to see them play a little bit. You know what I mean? Because joint practice is one thing. Joint practice is the closest thing to a real game setting. This is a real game setting. Like, this is a real game. Like, it goes training camp. Well, I would say from least to best, it would go OTAs, mini camp, training camp, joint practice, preseason, regular season. So I think the philosophy is just allow these guys to truly tackle, allow these guys to truly hit. You know what I mean? Because that's what's going to get them ready for the upcoming season. I just don't want the Patriots to start off slow. That's all I'm saying. I don't want them to get to week one and be like, oh, let's get loose. All right. Especially because week one, we open up the season. We open up the season in front of the entire National Football League on Wednesday, which I still hate, but that's not the point. So everybody's going to be watching. And the last thing I want is for a huge game, Super Bowl rematch against the Seattle Seahawks, is us just loosening up for the season. Like, no, we got to kick this season off with a bang. You think it's because of joint practice? Again, maybe Mike Vrabel's philosophy is changing. You know, I don't want to go after Mike Vrabel and be like, oh, you did this last week, so why are you not, or last year, why are you not doing it this year? Because he's also taking a different approach in general this offseason compared to last offseason. It's been a lot more intensity-focused practice than what we saw Mike Vrabel do with this team last year. So maybe Vrabel's thinking about this like, okay, I want to play my starters in only one game out of the 3 preseason, which is fine. And he's thinking I'm going to play them in the final preseason game because that's the closest to the start of the season. Maybe that's his philosophy, but historically, teams usually don't play their starters in the final preseason game. Just historically speaking. But all right. It was the Eagles who call heads and it's tails. The Patriots win the toss and they elect to receive. So the offense will be up first. Lan Larison and Hassan Haskins are going to be your returners here. And Lan Larison, he's only going to get back to like the 30. Oh, we already have an injured player. It's been one play, guys. It's been one play. It's an Eagles defender that's down. We'll have to see who this is. But Lan Larison running hard on that one, putting his body on the line. That's why I love Lan Larison, man. He does not care. He'll run through a brick wall. Okay, Eagles players are taking a knee. They're taking their helmets. This is not good. An Eagles player got rocked on the kick return by New England and immediately went down, hasn't gotten up, and you got guys taking knees. That's not good. By the way, am I the only one that had trouble watching this game? I went to the NFL app and I was just, as I do with all the preseason games, like, all right, we're gonna watch this on the NFL app, just for the NFL app to not show this game. Why am I watching a preseason game on Peacock? This is what I'm talking about with the NFL, man. Y'all are doing way too much streaming platforms, and games are here one week and they're the other, and Wednesdays are here and Fridays are there, and Thanksgiving's here and Christmas is there. Like, dog, just put the games in one place. That's all I'm saying. You're ruining the product. Both the fights and joint practice. I mean, fights always happen at joint practice, and that's not even like a Patriots or an Eagles thing. That's just kind of league wide. And so I don't think that the starters aren't playing because of that. I mean, we've seen fights break out in the past, and the Patriots still played their starters against those teams. Big shout out to my boy Trey, member for 16 months. Everybody give it up for my boy Trey. Trying to see what this injury is here real quick. So we got the entire Eagles team leaving the field now after taking a knee. You can tell they seem a little emotional, so must be a pretty serious injury here for Philadelphia. I would love to figure out who this was. Oh, Patriots are taking a knee too. Dude, when you got both teams taking knees. Dude, hold up. I got to figure out who this is. Ambulance is on the field. Oh, dude. Dude, prayers up, man. I mean, it's not what you want to see ever, but especially in a preseason game, the first play. An Eagles player is down, injured on the field. An ambulance has officially come out. Jaquadion Jackson is the Eagles player that's down. So, at least we got an answer on that, man. Prayers up. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. Trey says, I lost my grandfather 3 weeks ago. Man, I'm so sorry. And had to watch my family bury her yesterday. I don't care if it's preseason. I want to ink out a win for her. Let's go, everybody. Everybody give some love to Trey in the chat, man. Let's win this game. Let's win this game for Grandma Trey, baby. That's what we want to see, man. Prayers up to you. I'll definitely keep you and your family in my prayers, brother. Very, very sorry you have to go through that, man. And we're dedicating today's stream to her. We are dedicating today's stream to her, man. Shout out to my boy Trey. Of course, make sure you guys slam that like button on the way in. Best way to support the channel. And of course, it is completely free. That's the best part. Who doesn't love free stuff, man? So this game started almost 15 minutes ago, and we still only have the kick return. Man, ambulance is still on the field. They're putting him on the stretcher, dude. Man, both sidelines are clearly shaken up after this, man. Patriots and Eagles. Nick Sirianni coming out onto the field. They got the stretcher. They got the ambulance. The entire Eagles team coming onto the field now. Players, coaches, everybody storming the field. Oh, my God. Yo, Jalen Hurts is here. You don't see this, man. You do not see stuff like this on a regular basis. Oh, dude. I'm not going to act like I know the Philadelphia Eagles roster in and out, but I would assume that this is a guy that's fighting for a roster spot. Not what you want to see. They got him in a neck brace. Daquan Jackson, man, prayers up. When you have to stop a game. We've seen this before in preseason games where a player gets injured like this and they stop the game completely. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. You guys remember Isaiah Bolden getting injured a couple of years ago? I mean, that was in like the third or fourth quarter, but they completely stopped. All right, Jackson's given a thumbs up, so that's a good sign, but they still have his helmet on. They got him in a neck brace, and they took off the face mask. So clearly worried about an injury to the head or the spine. Dude, he is moving. He gave a thumbs up, so that's good. But man, definitely going to be following that storyline. Prayers up, man. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to see that. Like, I don't think any of us like the Eagles. But man, nobody wants to see that. Yeah, this is bigger than football. What actually happened to him? So I think, you had Land Larison just returning, and Land Larison was running with his head, and everybody just kind of got piled up. And I think he's one of those guys that just got the contact, just got hit wrong. I mean, he went down and he stayed down. He didn't move. All right, players out there to start: Kyle Williams, Efton Chisholm, CJ Dupree, Tanner Arkin, and Land Larison. So the game is continuing. Yeah, it's only kickoff. The first play of the game, we already got that injury, man. That's not what you want to see. You guys let me know too. If you can hear the game in the background, please let me know so I don't get copyrighted. All right, so Patriots going to start with the ball. Tanner Arkin in motion. Land Larison, the running back. 1st and 10. Patriots starting at the 30. They're going to give this one off to Land Larison. Larison, good run here up the middle. It's going to be about 4 yards there for Land Larison. So good initial run, but a flag on the play. All right, so that's going to be holding. So that's going to be taken back. So, dude, Arnold Ebiketie is on the. I didn't know he was on the Eagles, but holding on the Patriots. So bring that one back. It's now 1st and 20. So still Tanner Arkin, still Land Larison in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff, play action. That's going to go up to. Tried to go to Kyle Williams, but forcing the ball to Kyle Williams. That one flies up in the air, and DeVito's lucky that one's not picked and taken back to the house. Kyle Williams going up against Keely Ringo for Philadelphia. Just runs a comeback route, and unfortunately, that's a timing route. That's on DeVito, because if he hits Kyle Williams as soon as he gets out of that break, that's a catch. Too late with the ball, and Keely Ringo could have had a pick six there. DeVito's going to drop back on 2nd and 20. He's going to set up the screen to Larison. Larison using that speed. Oh, he's still going. Land Larison. Is that a first? He didn't step out, right? 29 yards to Land Larison on 2nd and 20, baby. Land Larison having the start you want to make the roster. This is what I'm talking about with Land, baby. If I showed you 34 on the Patriots without a name on the back, you wouldn't know if that's Land Larison or Rex Burkhead. That's all I'm saying. All right, Efton Chisholm in motion. They're going to give this one off to Larison again. Larison's only going to get about 2 yards here on the carry. He's just going to put this one right up the A-gap. Starters going to get any reps? Unfortunately, no. Based off of reports, we're going to see less starters in this game than we did last week. And that says something because we didn't see any starters last week. So Eli Raridan not playing for the Patriots. That's the biggest one. 2nd and 8 after a gain of 2. Land Larison still in the backfield. Tanner Arkin at fullback. Land Larison up the middle again, and he's only going to get a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Don't love that play calling. You're going to go to Land Larison there on 1st down, up the middle, only gets 2 yards, and then you're going to run the same play. Ran the motion. Tanner Arkin was working in at fullback to lead Larison, and really just didn't get any blocking up front on that play. So 3rd and 8 now for the Pats. Yo, how many bots? Hold up. We're gonna need to change this for a minute. We have a Patriot down. Hold up. Another injury. No! Marcus Bryant is down for the Patriots. No. Dude, Marcus Bryant is like one of the few players I was actually looking forward to see play tonight. Like Marcus Bryant is pushing to make this final roster. I think he's done a good job at doing so. Man, this game has been stopped a lot for injuries already. You know, after seeing how this game has started with injuries, I'm fine the starters didn't play. I'm fine, dude. I don't need to see the starters. You kidding me? Forget that. we we already got one guy down for Philly, taken out by ambulance on a stretcher. And then you got Marcus Bryant going down for the Patriots, and we're literally on the first drive of the game still. This game started 20 minutes ago. And we've had 4 or 5 plays. That's crazy, dude. All right, back to the game, 3rd and 8. So Marcus Bryant heading to the Blue Medical tent. Prayers up for him. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully we can see him return back to the game. A big moment, 3rd and 8. This has been, I'll say too, like this is a long drive for the offense, but they've really not been able to gain momentum with all these stops. Oh, dude, Jonathan Jones is an Eagle? I don't like that. All right, pony formation. DeVito drops back. DeVito under pressure. DeVito steps up, fires the ball. Oh! Fires the ball to Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams catches the ball, but can't get both feet in bounds. Flag on the play. Another hold on the Patriots. James Hudson. Oh, fuck. Of course it's James Hudson, dude. Flag on the play, so it doesn't matter. But pony formation for the Patriots on that play. You had 2 backs split there. Oh! Ball's muffed. Who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Ah, Philadelphia got the ball. So good punt by Bryce Behringer. Philadelphia muffs the punt, but they do get it back. So let's take a look at this. Catches the ball. Ball bops out. Trying to see who that is for the Patriots. That's Nnamdi Obiizor, who was the first guy there and unfortunately couldn't reel that ball in. He's got to be a little bit quicker on that one. The rookie linebacker out of TCU. Got to be quicker with that one, man. That's a missed opportunity for the Patriots. All right, Andy Dalton starting for the Eagles. Good practice for this Patriots defense. Going to fake the handoff, fake the cameraman too. Andy Dalton just throws the ball to the ground after not finding a man. Andy Dalton, not really mobile, so I don't know why the cameraman got faked out like that. Cameraman paying into the running back as if he had the ball. Got some voodoo mojo with these injuries, dude. I don't know who's like playing with these little dolls of these players, but they gotta chill. They gotta chill. All right, Gabe Akis is on the field for the Patriots. Want to see what he can do. Ball's going right towards Akis. Fortunately, couldn't catch up to the play. Loses leverage on the outside, and that's going to be a 1st down and more for Philadelphia. So ball came right towards Akis. Couldn't get off his blocker, though. Opened up a large hole on the right side of the O-line for the Eagles to just run right through. That's 18 yards that goes there for Philadelphia. Come on, Akis. Get that sack, baby. They're going to run the football this time. Run it to the left side of the O-line. They're going to get a couple. So far, the run defense not looking great. John Saunders is on the field, though, with his starting defense. Obviously, you do not have the starting offensive line for the Eagles out there, so keep that in mind. But we also don't have the Patriots starting defensive line out there, so it's kind of give and take. Quez Watkins out there. Eli Stowers, the rookie, and Will Shipley for Philadelphia. Eli Stowers did not have a good joint practice. Andy Dalton's going to drop back. Dalton's going to go to the outside, and unfortunately just cannot accurately hit his receiver. That goes out of bounds. 3rd and 5. Patriots defensive starters on this drive: Gabe Akis, Joshua Farmer, Eric Gregory, Jesse Luketa, Chad Muma, Khalil Jacobs, Kendall Vildor, Karan Prunty, Marcellus Dial, Del Pettis, and John Saunders. So that's your starting defense here right now. All right, 3rd and 5. Gabe Akis. Gabe Akis, come on, push him. Patriots get some pressure off the edge, and Andy Dalton with another high pass, back-to-back passes. Dude, Andy Dalton's cooked. Andy Dalton's cooked. I can't believe I gave credit to Andy Dalton. Literally, this drive starts for Philadelphia, and I'm like, oh yeah, Andy Dalton, starting quarterback. Like, this is gonna be good experience for the Patriots defense. Back-to-back passes, Andy Dalton delivers a non-catchable ball. So tries to go to Eli Stowers, the rookie tight end, Mike Brown on the play, and the Eagles go 3 and out. So Patriots going to get the football back here pretty quickly. But unfortunately, I can't say that the defense just locked up, right? I mean, that was all Andy Dalton. Oh, and the Patriots get close to blocking the punt. Efton Chisholm, your returner, just going to fair catch that. That's going to be inside the 10. Might be more at the 11, depending where that went out, 11 or 12. I didn't know Andy Dalton was still in the league. And so I feel like there's certain teams that always bring in like veteran quarterbacks as their backups. Like the Patriots always do these young, like rookies, right? But like the Eagles always do veterans. The Chiefs always do veterans. Like Gardner Minshew, backup. Andy Dalton, backup. Marcus Mariota is still in the league as a backup, bro. Like it's crazy. Patriots run in motion. Nick DeGennaro. Tommy DeVito drops back. Len Larison in the backfield. No Jam Miller yet. He's going to fire the football to Efton Chisholm in the middle of the field. And of course, Efton Chisholm is going to catch the pass. Won't be a first down, but it will move the chains a little bit closer. 2nd and manageable now for New England. Chisholm, small catch, man. Chisholm catches everything that goes his way. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Efton Chisholm drop a football. There's value in that. It's not the sexiest thing, but there's value. Marcus Bryant, ankle, will not return tonight. So Marcus Bryant officially out. Patriots in motion with Chisholm yet again in pony formation. That's Jam Miller, Len Larison. DeVito's going to go outside to Kyle Williams. They're going to gain about 5 there. Did Kyle Williams drop the ball there? So again, Marcus Bryant will not be playing the remainder of the game. Patriots running a lot of pony formation, which is just the quarterback under center and 2 running backs next to him. So DeVito's really giving Kyle Williams opportunities here. So it's going to be a first down, actually. Efton Chisholm in motion again. Jam Miller's in the backfield. Will this be his first carry? And it will. Jam Miller up the middle. Good cutback by him. Looks to go to the right, stonewalled, bounces it back to the left side. He's going to get a few here. Good ball vision there by Jam Miller. I'll give him that one. Nothing crazy, but I like that. The Philadelphia Eagles did just give an update here on Jaquadion Jackson. Says has strength and movement in all extremities and is being taken to a local hospital for further evaluation. 2nd and 7 here. DeVito's going to fake the handoff. He's going to go outside to Nick DeGennaro. Good job from DeGennaro, but still short of the first. All right, in motion, go the Patriots. That's going to be Prentice. Larison is your running back on the backfield. DeVito drops back on a 3rd and 2. DeVito's going to run for it. DeVito's going to get the first before being taken down. And DeVito's pumped up after that one. Looking downfield, remains a passer, gets pressured in the pocket, bounces around, sees a complete opening on the left side of the offensive line, and gets the first. So Philadelphia sends the blitz. And DeVito able to take advantage. Lan Larison got a little bit lucky with that. He was supposed to pick up the blitz, kind of got the guy, but if DeVito doesn't see it, that's a sack. Just got away with that one. So Jam Miller in the backfield, fresh set of downs. Patriots across the 40. They're going to give that one off to Jam Miller. Miller's running hard, but he's going to barely get back to the line of scrimmage. How do you watch this in full screen? It's like a weird Instagram style video. Weird. Is it full screen for everybody else? Let me check. Let me check my YouTube. It might be a setting on your phone. All right, 1st and 10, JMO in the backfield. Nick DeGennaro in motion. Lots of motion for the Patriots tonight. Oh! DeVito gets the snap and immediately sacked by the Philadelphia Eagles. That's Trotter, who comes in for Philadelphia, completely unblocked. And a really good job by Trotter to just know the snap count by New England and get in there, but that's on the center and James Hudson. He went completely unblocked. I feel like every time I talk about a negative play, James Hudson is somewhere in there. 3rd and 14 for the Patriots. Not in field goal range, believe it or not. DeVito going deep. Go, DeVito. And Kyle Williams not able to haul that one in. So DeVito goes long for his guy, Kyle Williams, looking for his speedster wide receiver on the outside, but ball not accurate enough to bring that one in, and the Patriots have to punt. So they had some good plays here, but they started the 10 or 11 yard line. So they started really deep and just weren't able to get across the field. So DeVito gets hit on that play too, delivers the deep ball. But you want to see Kyle Williams maybe keep running there a little bit. Another great punt by Bryce Behringer. He's going to get that one inside the 10, but the punt, no one's getting him down, is going to get across the 25. So great punt, but the coverage unit a little too far away. Bro has one job and doesn't block. Dude, James Hudson cannot run block to save his life. And like, I get that James Hudson is an offensive tackle and he's playing the interior, so like I'll give him the grace, but like you're a veteran and wow, you just look horrific. Evan Lazar just came out and said the Patriots' backup offensive line is having a tough time tonight. The Pats have 4 rush attempts for 5 yards, and DeVito has been under pressure on 4 out of 9 dropbacks. So not nearly a good enough job here by this Patriots offensive line. And the thing that sucks is, like, as Patriots fans, we can't say this is a worry going into the regular season because we don't know. All we know is from these joint practices, because not a single Patriots starter is out there on this offensive line. You don't have Will Campbell, you don't have Jared Wilson, you don't have Elijah Vera Tucker, you don't have man, why is his name escaping me right now? I feel like an ass. Morgan Moses, he's also not out there. So rough job by the offensive line to start. I don't like mocking people, but it's like, come on, man, at least block. Yeah, I mean, and look, got to give a big time credit to Josiah Trotter for Philadelphia. I mean, that was a good play. He knew the snap count. Like, he was timing it perfectly, and that's really hard to block, but he came in completely unblocked. You knew he was rushing, and nobody picked him up. And I can't even put it on DeVito because that's not on DeVito. DeVito gets the snap, and there's already a dude in his lap. All right, Philadelphia is going to start here at the 23. They're going to run the ball to the right side. Patriots stonewalled, but unfortunately bounces that back to the left side, and he's going to get a couple. So the Patriots had Philadelphia's running back in the backfield build a wall, just like Mike Vrabel would say, but he punches it back to the left side and turns what should be a loss into a gain of a couple. Gain of 3 for Philadelphia brings up 2nd and 7. Philadelphia is going to hand the ball off. Nope, that's going to be the bootleg. Gayback has had a little bit of pressure there, but they're not tackling. The Patriots are not tackling. Missed tackle, and that is going to be a fresh set of downs on a big play for Philadelphia off of the bootleg. Ah, dear Lord. That's Cooper for Philadelphia. That's Chad Muma, who's just too slow. Muma tries to tackle him with one hand, slows the ball carrier down, but doesn't get him, and he just continues to run after that. So Chad Muma, rough in coverage yet again for a second straight week. Philadelphia's across the 50. They're going to hand this ball off to the right, and the running back brought down by Chad Muma, but Muma can't secure the tackle, and the running back's going to get a few extra yards after that. Chad, what's going on, dude? How did Muma go from a baller in training camp to preseason comes along and bro's a liability? I mean, tracks the guy down perfectly, but can't secure the tackle, and he gets 3 extra yards. Muma's done, I guarantee it, dude. Unless he has a stellar rest of the game, yeah, he's done. Oh! Jesse Luketa comes in to stop Shipley on 2nd down. That's going to bring up 3rd down for Philadelphia. And that's the first play we've seen this Patriots run defense come in and actually stop the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. So veteran edge rusher Jesse Luketa, offseason addition by New England, comes up big on that play. These backups couldn't tackle if my grandma was still there. Ah, dude. All right, 3rd and 7. Patriots need to get a stop here. Patriots send 4. Andy Dalton stands in the pocket, delivers a throw, and the Patriots come up big despite the reception to stop the ball carrier in his tracks. 4th and 1, though, for Philadelphia. Got to imagine they go for this one. That's Kindle Vildor, who came up for the Patriots to make the play, by the way. So good tackle by Kindle Vildor, who feels like he's solidifying himself as cornerback 4. 4th and 1 for Philly. KJ Britt is on the field for New England. Chad Muma, the linebackers. They're going to pass the ball. Dalton drops back. No pressure by New England. Easy reception. That's Cooper for Philadelphia. They're going to get that down to the 27. That's a gain of 13 yards by Philadelphia. Just no pressure. No pressure by the Patriots in this game. I know it's our backups, but it's also Philadelphia's backups. Patriots were playing zone on that one, and Cooper just finds a soft spot. Fresh set of downs now for Philly. Like I said, across the 30 at the 27. Will Shipley with a great run. Oh. Shipley's going to get 8 or 9 yards here on first down. Patriots not building that brick wall like Mike Vrabel likes to say. Markel Bell looking really good here for Philadelphia. I got to give credit where it's due, don't I? It's just these Eagles offensive playmakers are bouncing off these Patriots defenders. Dude. And so again, I want to reiterate, starters are not out there, but what you get from a game like this is your depth. A lot of football to still be played in this game. Still a minute and 50 seconds left in the first, but yikes, the depth on this defense is rough. All right, 2nd and 1. Come on, boys, get that turnover. We playing bend but don't break. That's what it was last week. Last week, this defense was getting gashed, but they got 5 turnovers. 3rd and 1. In motion. Andy Dalton goes out. That's incomplete on 2nd and 1. All right, so 2nd and 1, incomplete. And it looks like John Saunders, if that ball was thrown by Andy Dalton, John Saunders would have come out with that interception. John Saunders, baby. Come on, I'm telling y'all. You better make that 53. Come on, Saunders. I'm starting to love Saunders. I'll be honest with y'all. All right, 3rd and 1. And of course, Will Shipley gets the first. I mean, this defense can't stop a nosebleed, let alone a running back. So if I'm Philadelphia, just run the ball with Shipley the entire game. We're not stopping it. Ay, bro, come on. What are we doing? Philadelphia's at the 15-yard line after that play. They're running motion here with Cooper. They're going to get this one off to Shipley again, and Shipley for another 6 or 7 yards on the play. It's going to be 6 yards for Shipley. I mean, where is Shipley at this point? I'm going to look at these stats real quick, because Shipley, he's going to go for over 100 if they keep him in. The linebackers don't come up the field. The defensive linemen are just getting bullied. Philly's inside the 10. They're going to give this one off to Shipley again. They're just going to keep running the ball up the middle. See if they give him enough for the first. And they will. Philadelphia just running the ball up the middle with Will Shipley. I mean, that just comes from the interior of the D-line. No Barmore, no Milton Williams, no Corey Durden, but yikes. So it's the end of the first quarter. Football games are won at the line of scrimmage, and the Patriots are losing big time at the line. I mean, Andy Dalton has only completed 3 passes. Dalton is 3 for 7, 44 yards with a 64 quarterback rating. You want to know the problem? Will Shipley is averaging 5.7. That's more than half a first down per carry. You're never going to win a football game doing that. 9 carries, 51 yards, 5.7 yards per carry for Will Shipley. You want to know the funny thing, too? Out of Andy Dalton's 4 targets, 3 of those have gone to Cooper. So every single one of Andy Dalton's completed passes have gone to the same receiver who has all of the 44 receiving yards for Philadelphia. So Philly's doing nothing in the passing game. And when they are, it's going to one dude. This defense just can't stop the run. This is just going to be one of those games where Philadelphia just runs the ball the entire time. So you're going to tell me that I got to watch a preseason game with no starters and they're just going to run the ball for 5 to 6 yards per play? That's what this game's going to be? I can understand why the NFL is trying to make it only 2 preseason games. Can y'all remember when there was 4 preseason games? Do you guys remember when we had to sit here and watch 4 preseason games? I mean, oh. It's funny to me that when I was a kid, and when I say a kid, I mean high school. So this wasn't that long ago. I'm about to be 25. So like, it's funny to me that I used to be excited for the preseason. I was like, football's back, baby. Come on. I can't wait for the preseason. And now I'm like, oh, well, we still got the preseason. All right, they're going to give this one off to Shipley. Who else? He's only going to get about 1 or 2 yards there on 1st and 5. 2nd and goal now. And looks like Philadelphia is going to get a touchdown here. Philadelphia is going to punch it in. 5-yard touchdown. 13-play drive for Philadelphia, and it was all Will Shipley. Nobody's even touching him. Bro, is this a joint practice? Is this joint practice number 3? Bro, nobody had contact with him until he was at the line. The Eagles' offensive line is literally driving back Patriots defenders 8 yards. 8 yards back. What? What does this say about the coaching staff? I would say that this is more about the depth than the coaching staff to me. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I always say, a good coaching staff makes a bad roster look good, and a bad coaching staff makes a good roster look bad. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you also need good players to execute what you're doing. And what this says more about to me is that the depth for the Patriots is rough. And the problem is, though, is we saw this run defense also not look good when the starters were going up against, like, the Patriots starters and the Eagles starters. So Low key, biggest worry for me heading into the regular season is run defense. You can't win many games if you can't stop the run. I mean, we saw that last year. The Patriots were really good at stopping the run. And when they did that, Patriots were playing dominant, especially dominant defense. They were making opposing offenses one-dimensional. They said beat us through the air. I'm worried about this D-line, man. We might need to make a couple of moves before the season starts. Because these edge rushers, like our starting edge rushers in joint practice through 2 days, did nothing against the Eagles starting O-line. And yeah, it's one of the best O-lines in the NFL, but guess what? If you're the Patriots, you're going to be playing some of the best O-line in the NFL, including the Buffalo Bills, who you're going to be playing twice, especially for the division. Who was it that the Patriots met with? You are a New England Patriot. All right, Patriots going to give this one up to Haskins. Good run by Haskins. Running hard. Going to be pick up a 4 yards on first for him. All right, they're going to give this one off to Haskins again. Haskins with a nice little bounce back there. He's going to be a yard short of the first. So Haskins looking pretty good on this drive so far. Like I said, him, Jam Miller, Lan Larison, those are the guys I think are going to battle for running back 3. And they've all showed some moments in this game. So the Eagles do have some veterans out there for the defense. Keep that in mind. All right, Patriots is going to give this one off to Haskins again. He's going to try to push forward for the first, and he will get that. So Haskins gets the first, just barely, but he gets the first. So the Patriots trying to replicate exactly what Philadelphia just did on their touchdown drive. Oh, they're coming out to measure? The virtual measurement. There's no chain crew anymore. Let's remember that. So the Patriots had defensive tackle Daquan Jones and linebacker Shaq Thompson in for visits earlier this week. You are New England Patriots. Welcome. After this game, you are on the roster. Sign them tomorrow, actually. Get Shaq Thompson here, dude. Get them both here. I don't need a virtual measurement, bro. What are we doing with virtual measurements? Why do we have to review this? He clearly got it, dude. All right, DeVito off the bootleg. He's going to pass. Under pressure, steps up in the pocket. DeVito's going to run. DeVito with the first. Oh, DeVito, you're quick. Go, DeVito. Go. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Tommy DeVito with the quarterback scramble. Holy Lord. Oh, my God. So Tommy DeVito under pressure gets outside, gets the first down and well more. He gets up to what, about the 50-yard line? So the Patriots are all the way backed up around the 30. He gets across the 50. The Patriots are in field goal range after that. Tommy DeVito, who earlier in joint practice, we saw fool the entire Eagles defense to get into the end zone with a rushing touchdown, replicates that right here. Doesn't get in the end zone, but holy DeVito. Forget about it. Oh my gosh. I'm in awe. DeVito probably had the fastest run out of any Patriots offensive playmaker over the last 2 weeks. All right, 2nd and 10. They're going to give this one off to... Who is it? All right, 3rd and 6. Are we really about to waste this? DeVito goes out, middle of the field. Oh! Tries to force it to Kyle Williams again. That's his guy on 3rd down, and that's going to go incomplete. So, unfortunately, after a huge DeVito run, sets the Patriots up across the 50, and they just can't take advantage of it. Andy Borgales. My eyes are set on you. And Andy Borgales is good from 41 yards. Let's go, Andy. Come on, baby. Keep in mind, too, Andy Borgales has his lawn snapper back. Julian Ashby back into the mix. And Andy Borgales, perfect. Right up the middle. So if Andy Borgales looks really good throughout this game, it might have been the lawn snapper. I'm just saying. So at least the Patriots get some points up on the board. Philadelphia drives down the field, gets into the end zone. Patriots not able to replicate that, but they at least get points. So, you know what? Take what you can. Take what you can. What's going on to my boy Raspy 978? What's going on, man? Make sure, of course, you guys tune into our final watch party for the preseason next week against the Cleveland Browns. Hopefully, we'll see some starters there. Who knows? But, of course, make sure you guys tune in on a Wednesday to open up the NFL season. Patriots prime time against the Seahawks for Super Bowl 60 rematch. Make sure you guys come in and tune into this show because, man, that's all the marbles right there, baby. Super Bowl rematch to start the season. The biggest lights. I mean, we are welcoming the 2026 NFL season for all the marbles. So this is going to be your one-stop shop because let me tell you, I'm going to be shitting bricks during that game. I'm going to be shitting bricks. You know, I had to get Drake and AJ in fantasy this year. Who else has? Now, I didn't do my fantasy league just yet. I usually do that after the preseason, like the week before. That's when I do my fantasy leagues. So I'm gonna see how the board falls. I don't want to just get my guys. That's how I lost last year. I had to go get some food. How we looking? Also, is Marcus Bryant okay? Unfortunately, no. No to both of those questions. We look terrible on defense, just allowing their opposing running backs to average 5.7 yards per carry against us. Their carry into the end zone, they quite literally backed up our defenders 8 yards into the end zone just a walk-in touchdown at that point. They didn't touch him until he was in the end zone. So defense looking rough there. We'll see how they can bounce back after that drive. Offense didn't look good on that drive, but Tommy DeVito with a huge run gets across the 50. That gave the Patriots an opportunity to be in field goal range, but couldn't get into the end zone. I would say, too, special teams for the Patriots, like kick return, or excuse me, not kick return, but the gunner unit, excuse me. Sorry, as I get distracted here. The gunner unit not looking very good. The protection on kick returns and punt returns. And that kind of worried me based off what we saw in training camp. I feel like they're really focusing on that. And as for Marcus Bryant, he is not returning to the game. So they listed him out pretty quick. I hate watching the Eagles broadcast of this. Man, I don't want to hear "Go Birds, Go Birds." Every time they say that, it sounds like some dude who smoked too many pet. Go Birds. All right, Dalton firing on this play. Kendall Vildor, did he get it? Did Kendall Vildor just get the pick? Flag on the play. Roughing the passer. That's Gabe Akis for roughing the passer. Bro, what are you doing? What are we doing? Was it a pick at least? Oh my gosh. Fresh set downs after that. Kendall Vildor again, baby. Oh! Andy Dalton tries to target Kendall Vildor right after the interception. That was neither confirmed nor denied. Guess it didn't matter because of roughing the passer, but goes right back to Vildor, and Vildor with the pass breakup. Vildor's looking good, dude. I agree. Vildor's looking good. 2nd and 10. Eagles at the 30. Patriots look like they're going to blitz. Patriots blitz. Oh, Gabe Akis with the pressure. Andy Dalton forced to throw the ball. Gabe Akis comes through completely unblocked by the New England blitz. That brings up 3rd and 10. So Gabe Akis has the rough in the passer. A couple plays later, comes in unblocked. So, I mean, I don't want to, good job, Akis, for taking advantage, but I also kind of got to be a little, nothing really happened. Dalton drops back, goes out to, oh, it's Kendall Vildor again! What? Dude, Dalton, stop targeting my boy! Stop targeting Kendall Vildor! Dude, literally on the same drive, targeted Kendall Vildor every time. And every single time Kendall Vildor had a pass breakup. All right, Chisholm, the returner. Chisholm. Oh, Chisholm can't stay on his feet after that spin, but what a nasty spin. Dude, Kendall Vildor. Balling. Vildor was the same guy with the interception last week. So, Kendall Vildor, you have made the 53, my guy. Has John Saunders taken any snaps yet? Yes, he's been out there ever since the starting defense, at least for this game, came out. So he's been playing ever since the first quarter. There was at one point where Dalton had to throw the ball to the ground on a 2nd or 3rd down because if he threw it, it would have been a pick by John Saunders. So I thought that was a good play by him. Yeah, Vildor had a pass breakup on every single play. It was the interception, but then that got called back. Then it was pass breakup, pass breakup. Every time he was targeted, he made a play on the football. TBH, I don't care much if Gabe Akis gets a little too aggressive and roughs the passer and has some big hits. I just want him to pressure the quarterback and force bad throws or get sacks. He is doing that. I mean, yeah, but you don't want him to get too aggressive and then it takes away plays like that. Because, again, I don't know if the interception was confirmed or denied. They didn't say anything about it. But if that's an interception by Vildor and it stands, and now that gets taken back because of Gabe Akis. Now, I also understand this is his second game. He missed a lot of time because of that injury, and it was close, right? He hit the quarterback on like 2.5 steps, and you can't after 2. So it was close, but a learning experience there for him. It's only the preseason. It's not a regular season game. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt, of course. Just got a new Drake May jersey, and I'm pumped. Ooh, all right. Well, what kind of jersey? We talking home, away, rivalries? I'm excited for the rivalries again, man. Make sure you guys slam that like button if you haven't already. Supports the channel tremendously. Nick DeGennaro in motion. Patriots starting at the 23-yard line. Giving this one up to Haskins. He kind of just dives on that one. But a pretty decent run. He's going to get 4 or 5 yards. So we're going to get 6 yards on that play. Chisholm in motion again. 2nd and 4 for the Pats. At the 29, they're going to fake the handoff, bootleg. They love that bootleg. Oh, Tom DeVito looks to pass, but that one gets batted down. Brings up 3rd and 4. So good job by Philadelphia, just understanding the boot. And the defender chasing DeVito just gets his hands up and bats that pass down. All right, 3rd and 4 for the Pats. DeVito drops back. DeVito under pressure. DeVito looking in the middle of the field. DeVito after Chisholm. Go across the 50. Puts his shoulder down. Runs over an Eagle. Oh! Damn. Efton Chisholm just trucked an Eagles defender. Ooh! Man, that guy gonna feel that in the morning. Efton Chisholm with a little bit of oof to him. All right, my bad. Oh! That defender bounced off Efton Chisholm. Damn. Let's go, Chisholm. I told y'all, he catches everything that goes his way. DeVito with a little bit of time. He's going to go deep, and that's going to go out of bounds. He was looking for Dorner on the play. Flag on the play. It looks like this will be on Philadelphia. Illegal contact on Philadelphia. Automatic first down for New England. That's on Keely Ringo. So, illegal contact. He contacted Cam Dorner after 5 yards, which you're not allowed to do. Why aren't any of the starters playing in the preseason? Man, I don't like it either. If we leave the preseason saying starters didn't play at all, I'll be upset. But we'll have to see. Maybe they decide to play him next week, which most teams don't, but flag on the play. Patriots. False start. That was Dimitri's crown over with the false start. DeVito drops back. 1st and 15. He's going to hit Efton Chisholm. Efton Chisholm trying to shake off defenders. Going to spin around, get a couple of extra yards. So that should be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 8. Oh, good job by good job by Caleb Lomu. Patriots rookie left tackle, I should say, because that's where he's playing right now in this game. Picks up the blitz on the outside and pushes the guy down. That keeps Tommy DeVito safe, allows DeVito to run back to the line of scrimmage and prevent the loss. So 3rd and 7. Good play there by Caleb Lomu. Do you think Baron Morton plays the whole second half? Dear God, I hope not. Dear God, I hope not. Efton Chisholm in motion. It's 3rd and 7. Drops back. Oh! Ty Robinson with the sack for Philadelphia, and every Eagles defender came through on that blitz. I mean, DeVito had no chance. I mean, it literally gets double teamed on the play between the left guard and the center, and they both just still allow him right through. How do you get double teamed and still allow the guy to kill you? Patriots punting on 4th and 16. Was that Baron Morton who just punted that? Did I just see? Oh no, I think that was just Baron Morton warming up. Don't tell me. Don't tell me Baron Morton is coming in. There's still time left in the second. It looked like Baron Morton punted that, didn't it? That's not just me. When they panned to him, it looked like Baron Morton punted that. This is just another one of those rough games, dude. Are you kidding me? 7-3. that was Baron Morton, right? Yeah. Baron Morton did just punt that. I was not just seeing that. Baron Morton punted the ball 48 yards. Why? Why is a rookie 3rd string quarterback punting the ball? I mean, he booted it 48 yards, but like, but why? The Patriots really don't care about the preseason, dude. Like, they are not trying in this game. Facts. Since when could Baron Morton even punt? Like, where did that come? We haven't even seen it in practice. Like, Is Baron Morton just a Swiss Army knife? Are we gonna see him at free safety later in the game? It's like Edelman on defense. Like why? It's a preseason game. Why is Baron Morton punting the ball? All right, Eagles starting at the 20. They're running motion. Andy Dalton's out of the game. Tanner McKee in the game for Philadelphia. Last week, he was 6 for 10. So he didn't get a lot of passing opportunities. Got to think that Philadelphia just runs the ball a lot here with him. And they will. And you still can't stop him. Carson Steele. So this isn't even Will Shipley anymore. It's a different white guy for the Eagles. And he's going to gash us too. Like, we just can't stop the run. Not to save our lives. All right, 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. They're across the 30. They're going to give this one off. Carson Steele. Oh! Brick wall built by the Patriots. They're going to stop Steele behind the line this time. Few Patriots defenders there on that one. $68 yards rushing for Philadelphia in the first half. Oh, dear Lord. And there's still 5 minutes left. Patriots almost get home for the sack, but that's going to be incomplete on 2nd and 10. Patriots running down Tanner McKee. Bills are dominating their preseason games. This is what we get from the Patriots. Not looking good. It's the preseason. The Bills also play more of their starters over the last 2 weeks than the Patriots, so it's like I think people take a little too much from the preseason. Like the Kansas City Chiefs have the longest drought for not winning a preseason game, and that didn't affect them, I guess, outside of last year. McKee drops back. No pressure. Patriots finally get some pressure. He just dumps this off. That's going to be to Steele. Khalil Jacobs is going to bring him down on a 3rd and 10. It's going to bring up 4th down, and the Eagles are going to punt this thing. So Patriots got no pressure. Tanner McKee had more than enough time to do something with that. I mean, Tanner McKee could have a tea party back there. But the Patriots secondary just did their job. All right. Chisholm lets this punt go out of bounds. And Patriots offense is going to take back over. All right, Baron Morton. Please give me more substance than last week, Baron Morton. You were rough to watch. I was bored the whole time. Dude, this is what I'm saying. Who the hell decided to have us play the Seahawks the first game? Diabolical. The NFL had historically done this consistently, doing the Super Bowl rematch like to open up the season, which I get it. It's kind of poetic. I understand the storylines, but like it's the opening game of the season. These guys aren't ready to hit each other. These coaches aren't ready. Like these teams are not thriving. They're just warming up the first game. Like we saw the Patriots lose to the Raiders and then go to the Super Bowl last year. So like, why is that the opening game? Make it week 4, make it week 5 to the point where guys shouldn't be dealing with too many injuries, but they're at least warmed up enough to have substantial football from these guys. Like, why make that game one of the games, if not the game of the year, week 1? I don't understand it. I hate it. I hate it. All right, 2nd and 8. Oh, DeVito's still in the game. All right, no Baron Morton. Thank you, Lord. Chisholm with another catch. Oh, Chisholm with the duck. Oh, Chisholm with the first. Oh, Chisholm is just coming out here, ducking Eagles defenders, chucking Eagles defenders. Man, Efton Chisholm is looking nasty. Have you guys noticed that every single time Efton Chisholm is targeted, it's a catch? I'm just saying. Oh, we got a touchdown. Who is it? Who got the touchdown? Who is it? This is a touchdown? Oh, this is a big play right here. Who is this? Tommy DeVito. He's going deep. Who is it? It's Kyle Williams for the touchdown. Nobody can get him. Touchdown, Patriots, baby. Oh! Kyle Williams over a 50-yard touchdown. Hit him, baby. Oh! 69-yard touchdown. DeVito and Kyle Williams finally connect on that one. And Ambry Thomas was getting juked by the Patriots enjoying practice, and he gets bullied on that play by Kyle Williams. One-on-one, safety with no help. Kyle Williams turns on the burners, baby. Oh, let's go. And a beautiful extra point by Automatic Andy. Can I call him that again? Is that too soon? Come on, Kyle. Great throw by DeVito. And Kyle Williams turning on the burners. Oh, dude. That's what I want to see from Kyle Williams. Like, that's his role. He's the speedster. He's the big play threat. He's the guy where if you can get the ball in his hands, the defense ain't catching up to him. Tommy DeVito is our quarterback too. Yeah, no debate. Come on, DeVito. Forget about it, baby. DeVito, my cousin, man. We're both Italian, so my brother from another mother. All right, so 2:48 and 3 timeouts for Philadelphia, 2 timeouts for New England, so they have an opportunity still. All right. I'm telling you, the coverage unit on special teams is ass. It's ass. Gets across the 35 when bro should have been stopped. The 20, 25? Dude, oh my gosh. This special teams is concerning me, man. I've been saying this for months, by the way, on this channel. So this isn't just now. I've been saying for months at this point. Well, maybe not months, maybe a month. Maybe a little more than a month. That the coverage unit is what I'm starting to worry about. We need to use Kyle Williams more. I think Kyle Williams is going to be used specifically on who the Patriots are playing on a week-to-week basis. I don't think he's someone who's featured in the offense every single week, but I think depending on who you play, he's going to be kind of game planned. Booty for an offensive lineman. Well, we already have our starting offensive line, so I wouldn't do that. I would say if you're going to trade Booty for a player, it needs to be an edge rusher or a linebacker. All right, Steele bouncing off a few Patriots defenders, so we're just going to run this one. Jake Elliott warming up. His career long is 61 yards. That was in 2017 and 2023. All right, 2 minutes left in the first half. Pats can't pay 7 receivers. The Pats can't play 7 receivers, let alone pay them. You might have meant play, though. But yeah, no, I agree. They're not going to be able to play 7 guys. Like, they might initially keep 7 wide receivers. And I could see this happening now, is that there's going to be Patriots fans being like, oh, I told you they're going to keep 7 wide receivers. And then they're going to end up trading or releasing one of those guys. You can't freak out about the initial 53-man roster because that's not what it's going to be. That's not the final roster, right? It's like last year when people were like, Javon Baker made the 53. I told you, Colby. You're stupid. And I was like, no, he was cut a few hours later. So that's why you kind of got to take it with a grain of salt. You got to wait a couple of days with the 53-man roster to really solidify it. So the big reason the Patriots can't keep 7 wide receivers is because they can't play all of those guys. The Patriots kept 6 wide receivers last year, and they couldn't get all of those guys on the field. So that's the problem in keeping 7 guys. You're going to have that 7th guy on the 53-man roster, but you're not going to play him. And so the question mark comes down to, well, if you're never going to play the guy, 1, the guy that you're not playing has to be okay with not getting playing time. And 2, well, now you have a roster spot for a guy that's not going to play unless there's injuries versus keeping that roster spot for a guy on the O-line or the D-line that's actually going to get some actual playing time and can be used. So that's kind of why you don't keep 7 wide receivers. The Patriots kept 7 wide receivers in, what was it, 24? And that was the season. You had Tyquan Thornton upset with his playing time. You had KJ Osborne upset with his playing time. Booty was upset with play. Like, everybody was upset with their playing time because the Patriots had 7 wide receivers they couldn't consistently get on the field. And when you're going to keep that many guys, you're going to have issues with people not being happy with playing time. Now you're not letting guys develop because you're not getting guys on the field. So that's why you don't keep 7 guys. I'm confused why the Patriots aren't playing their starters yet. Big shout out to Isaiah for the $5 donation. As always, donations do get priority and go a long way at supporting the channel. But I think the reason the Patriots aren't playing their starters is because they're just taking a different approach. I do not love the idea if they do not play their starters at all in the preseason. I said this earlier, but historically, teams usually play their starters a little bit week 1, little more week 2, and then not at all week 3. Patriots play no starters week 1. They've somehow found a way to play even less here in week 2. What are they going to do in week 3? And is Mike Vrabel taking a different approach to the preseason like he's taking a different approach to practices? That's to be determined. But if we leave the preseason saying the starters got 0 reps, I'm not going to like it. All right, McKee's going to drop back for Philadelphia. They're going to go to the outside. Steele with some speed. Oh, my gosh. That is the fastest white running back I've seen in my life. Late flag on the play, though. Will this be a late hit on Mike Brown? $15 yards added to the end. That's on the Patriots. That's going to be on Brown, who tackles with his helmet. It's unnecessary roughness. So Mike Brown comes in, and as a veteran, you should know you can't tackle like that. Leads with his head. So 15 yards extra for the Eagles, who are across the 30 now. And a missed tackle. Who is that? That's KJ Britt with the missed tackle, man. Had him immediately stopped in his tracks, but misses the tackle, and he goes for an extra first down. So the Eagles not trying to just settle for 3 points. They're trying to get into the end zone and take the lead. KJ Britt was right there on Steele and just whiffs on the tackle. Carson Steele juking. I'm not even sure who that was for New England. McKee's going to look to the outside. Oh! That's Eli Stowers they were looking for. Patriots come up with a pass breakup. Who was that? That's John Saunders who came up with the play, by the way. And for some reason, this Eagles broadcast is still going over on the juke. Like, let's see the previous play, guys. Come on. They're going to set up the screen here. Then in the end zone goes Philadelphia. They set up a screen. The Patriots get aggressive. Eagles are able to take advantage of it, and nobody there to tackle him. Man, they drove down the field in less than a minute. In less than a minute, they were able to drive down the field and take the lead. So 1 minute drill for the Patriots. 2 timeouts. All right, so Lan Larison is going to be your returner here. Haskins is going to help him there. He's going to get across the 30, so pretty good return there by Lan Larison. So 59 seconds is what the starting offense will have for the Patriots. 2 timeouts left. Tommy DeVito, baby. Give me the Vito. All right, so DeVito's still on the field. DeGeneiro in motion. Lan Larison also on the field. So passing attack offense here for New England. DeVito with some time. DeVito under pressure now. He's going to throw that one out of bounds. So had some time and then immediately got pressured. Had to throw that ball away. Shout out Brooke back in the chat. We got Brooke in here. We got Gia, man. Shout out to the female Pats fans, baby. That's what I like to see. Y'all showing out tonight, baby. I love it. All right, 2nd and 10. DeVito drops back. DeVito under pressure. DeVito blindsided for the sack. Philadelphia takes a timeout. They want some time left on the clock to be able to extend their lead. That's on Caleb Lomu. It looked like they were having an issue picking up the stunts. They were passing off blockers. And just a free rusher comes in for Philadelphia. Lomu sees him last second. Tries to come in, and Lomu just too late. Helps with the assist on the initial block and just allows the free rusher to come out. Up until that point, Lomo's looked pretty good, but rough point. So Land Larison, that's a good fast run there by him on 3rd and 2. Patriots just kind of conceded on that one, which I understand why. Philadelphia going to use another timeout. Going to have 44 seconds and 1 timeout left. Ay. Lomo is at left tackle, not right. We've actually only seen Caleb Lomo at left tackle today, which I don't love. Baron Morton is punting the ball again. Why? Hopefully Bryce Behringer not dealing with an injury. So are we in a situation where Tommy DeVito has to be the quarterback for the rest of the game because Baron Morton is your backup punter? All right, Philadelphia going to take over across the 30. Check down here. Gain of about 4. Final timeout taken by Philadelphia with 20 seconds left. All right, let's see what Philadelphia can do. McKee drops back. Under pressure by the Patriots, and that's a sack. Amari Gaynor comes up, big 99 with a sack. And that one is going to just expire the time because Philadelphia, no timeouts. So, and that'll be halftime. So good time or good opportunity for Amari Gaynor, who comes up with a big sack there, making sure Philadelphia doesn't get another opportunity to put up more points. So, yowza, to put that lightly, man. I mean, damn. Biggest takeaway is this defense. You know, I don't think I have too many takeaways about the offense. It's been good to see Andy Borgales come back and bounce back. Bryce Behringer, is he dealing with an injury? Baron Morton, he's the one taking care of the last 2 punts, getting between 40, 45 yards on those last 2 punts there. And man, that Patriots run defense is rough. And it's the backups, it's the 3rd stringers and the 4th stringers, right? Especially at this point in the second quarter and then heading into the second half more specifically. And so majority of guys that you expect to not see the field and guys that probably are not even going to be here in a couple of weeks, but we were also seeing the Patriots starting defense struggle at stopping the run too over the last 2 joint practices, or I should say the last 3 joint practices with the Colts and Philadelphia. And so is that a problem for this defense we should start worrying about? I did tweet this out. I'm going to share that here with you guys. I do like to tweet out during the game, so make sure you guys always check out my Twitter. Always check out Twitter, my friends. But I did tweet a couple of things out. And one of the things that I did say was DaQuan Jones and Shaq Thompson, you are New England Patriots. And I feel very confident about this one. These guys should be Patriots by 4 p.m. on Monday. By 4 p.m. on Monday, the former Buffalo Bill, Shaq Thompson, and DaQuan Jones should be New England Patriots. Get a little bit of help there at defensive tackle. Daquan Jones is a true nose tackle, good at stopping the run, so can kind of come in and be that Tonga role that we've been missing out on, clearly. And then Shaq Thompson, also a guy that can give some depth at a linebacker, who's also very good at coming up and stopping the run. Older, not in his prime, but again, had a really good season for the Buffalo Bills last year. Made some big-time plays. So I would love to see the Patriots sign both of those veterans to help try and bolster this defense as much as we can. Good thing we got rid of Tonga. Dude, Tonga's only making like $8 million average annual value, I believe. $7-8 million. I would have done it. I know that's a lot of money because you're giving Milton Williams 26, Barmore 25 average annual value. Then you're going to go out there and give $7-8 million to Tonga. But like, damn, if you need him this much, it's worth it. Holy autocorrect. Are you going to Hammerhead? Oh, Hammerhead. You just meant game. Are you going to a game this year, Colby? I don't know. I usually do live watch parties. So I usually try to kind of be in the studio for games to produce content for you guys. But last year, we were very, very blessed and fortunate enough to have Fanatics send us to a game and get on the field access before the game, halftime access on the field. So if we are blessed enough to get another one of those opportunities, we will certainly head to a game and do that. But other than that, like I said, I usually try to be in the studio for games to make sure that we're producing content for you guys. So. What am I looking for? Real quick, guys, while it is halftime, do want to let you know about the sponsor of today's video. That's our amazing friends over at PrizePicks. All you guys got to do is pick more or pick less on a few player stats in order to create a lineup. We got the NFL preseason here, which you guys can certainly get in on, but we also have the regular season right around the bend. And with the regular season being here, brand new NFL season, we also have a brand new offer from PrizePicks, because best of all you guys got to do is play $5, your first $5, to get $150 in lineups. If you win that $5 lineup, all you got to do is click the link in the description box below right now to download the PrizePicks app. That is going to take you to sign up. And once you do sign up, use the promo code you see on the screen, HMA. And when you play your first $5 lineup and win, you will get $150 in free lineups to play with. That's right. PrizePicks just switched up their offer, so there's no better time to join, lock in, and win that first lineup. PrizePicks is available in most states, including California, Texas, Florida, and New York, but is not limited to those states. PrizePicks, America's #1 sports picks app. Remember, supporting the sponsors is supporting the channel. We could not be here doing this as a full-time job, giving you guys the best content on all social platforms. Of course, being the only one who runs all my social platforms too, so we don't really have any help with those. But of course, as always, play responsibly. One of the lineups we have for the upcoming season is we have Antoine Winfield. We have more. We're taking the over on 2 sacks. Andy Borgales, we are going to take the over on field goals of 50 or more yards, which is actually really good odds right now based off of how we performed last week. And then Patrick Surtain under on the interceptions. As always, guys, play responsibly, but let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. And your boy needs an update on water. As my boy JD the Great comes in and says, make sure you guys hit that like button. It does support the channel tremendously. When you guys do hit that like button, the best way to support the channel, it's completely free and it takes you less than a second. What it does is it tells YouTube that you guys like the video. When it pushes it out into the YouTube algorithm, the more likes, the more comments, and the more YouTube hypes that we have. So make sure you guys do that on all live streams, all videos, all YouTube shorts here on the Patriots Global channel, because it really, really, really goes a long way at making sure that all the hard effort that goes on to this channel is actually worth it. Mod me, Colby. Man, how do I mod people again? Damn it, I forget. Let me see. It's halftime. So, JD, you asked it at a beautiful time. Let me see. I think you go to settings, right? I will figure this out. Community, maybe? No, that's not it. Oh, wait, hold up. Channel. Advanced settings. Oh, wait, I think I found it. Okay, I think I got it, JD. Whoa! Hold up. Hold up. JD the Great, who, by the way, is a Dolphins fan, just gifted 5 Patriots Global memberships. 5. So we'll see who gets them. It's first come, first serve. But because of JD the Great, he just paid for 5 of you for the next month to have a Patriots Global membership where you guys get access to exclusive benefits like the official Patriots Global logo next to your name. Every single time you guys comment on the channel, you get priority replies in the comment section on all live streams, shorts, and videos, and you get exclusive access to emojis here on the show to spam in the comment section, from Patriots Global emojis to Patriots emojis. You guys can spam those in the chat right now. Big shout out to our boy JD the Great. Make sure you guys give him some love. Let's go, man. Let's go. JD. Bro, why does it say that? Damn it, JD. Why is it telling me that you're not popping up? Shout out Cleo, member of the channel. Now, JD, I would assume you are subscribed to the channel. Bro, JD, man, I'm really trying to make you a damn mod right now. Let me see. Maybe if I like click on your channel, because that is your username, JD the Great, 1843. Still fins down, but thanks. JD, YouTube does not like you, my guy. All right, guys, before the game starts, I got to go grab a water. All right, so Philadelphia's getting the ball. Obviously, the Patriots won the coin toss in the beginning of the game and elected to receive. By the way, JD, I want you to know. Hold up. I want to show this to you real quick, JD, so you know I'm not like gaslighting you here. Look. I'm trying to make you a mod. And it's saying that you're not found. Unless I'm doing something wrong. But JD the Great, 1843. Like, what up? Y'all tell me if I'm doing something wrong here. But Tanner McKee here for Philadelphia. They're going to run the ball up here with Steele up the middle. Patriots build a brick wall finally, and Steele's only going to get about a yard. See, JD, we'll figure it out, bro. We'll figure it out. All right, second down. Steele's going up the middle. Good run by him this time. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first. CJD, I'm really trying to figure out why it's not letting you. All right, 3rd and 3. Patriots sending the blitz. Carson Steele just gets the ball as the check down, and the Patriots don't pick it up. Turns on the burners. That's a first down and much more. And that's Namdi Obiizor, who was not able to pick that one up for the Patriots. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia. At the 30-yard line. They're going to check this ball down. Same exact play as before. Targeting Obiizor. This time, Obiizor able to make a better play than last time, but they're still going to get a first down and more. So Obiizor, the guy they've been targeting here on this drive in Philadelphia, knocking on the door for some points inside the 20. Off the bootleg, they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to get this ball near the 10 at about the 11. Stone Smart for Philadelphia on the reception. My boy Alpha Courage comes in, $2 donation. What's up, PG? Haven't been here in a while. My guy Alpha Courage, what you mean you ain't been here in a while, my boy? Come on, man. We producing all the content in the world. Good to see you back, bro. Good to see you back. They're going to give this one to Steele up the middle, who's going to be about 2 yards short of the first, but a flag on the play. For our luck, it's on us. False start on Philadelphia. 5-yard penalty. I want to see more of Prunty and Obiizor. I don't know if I want to see more Obiizor right now, but I would like to see more Prunty. All right, Braden Swinson, Jesse Luketa as your edge rushers. Patriots sent a blitz. Going to go to the outside. John Saunders comes up here to make the stop on 2nd and 11. It's going to bring up 3rd down. All right, Carson Steele in for Philadelphia on 3rd and 6. Watch out for the check down. They're going to set that up to Steele. Patriots able to get the tackle. Don't tackle in towards the first. Chad Muma was the first one there, but they're still going to be about a yard or two short. Will Philadelphia go for this? Oh, he said stay. Looks like Philadelphia's going to go for it. 4th and 3 for Philadelphia. So, I mean, I'm telling you, it was that tackle towards the line of scrimmage that screwed that up. This is 4th and 4. They're not going for this. 4th and 3. 2nd, 4th down. Philadelphia's going for. Patriots not getting pressure. Oh! And that's knocked away. Obiizor in coverage on that one. Makes the pass break up. And honestly, maybe a good thing they tackled him towards the line, or else Philadelphia's going up 17-10. But they're going to take over on downs. Good pass breakup there by the rookie linebacker, Namdi Obiizor out of TCU. That's what you want to see, baby. Man, let me tell you, they were targeting Obiizor on that drive consistently. And it looks like they targeted maybe one too many times. Yeah, seriously, thank God. Ugh. I'll give it, man. Good pass breakup there by Obiizor. Credit where it's due. Obi Eisner is now officially 1 for 10, but it was a nice one. That's true. He was getting gashed the entire time, but the one play we needed him to make, and he made it. Never forget when I got to interview Lane Johnson at Super Bowl 59. Don't like you. Don't like you, dude, but I appreciate the interview. Vito's out. Damn it. Colby, whose autograph you got there on the helmets? So, damn it, come on. This one's going to be Julian Edelman. This is on like a little, this is a big magnet basically, and it kind of just circles around in midair. This one is Drake May. Who else? Dietrich Wise. Got some other people in there too. Let's put that way. All right, 2nd and 11. Baron Morton's going to drop back. He's going to check that football down to Prentice. On this helmet, I have Jelani Tavai, Efton Chisholm, Mike Vrabel, Stefan Diggs, a couple of other guys too. This one I got Judon, Damian Harris, Mac Jones, some other guys there too. It's been a few years. So kind of forget everybody that signed it. I have to look back. Maybe David Andrews, maybe. Ramondre signed that. But all right. Morton drops back. He's going to check this one down. And that's going to be Hasty. Hasty, who turns on the burners there. Looks like Kyle Williams and Efton Chisholm might be done for the night, but Caleb Lomu is still out there for the Patriots. So they're getting Caleb Lomu play for pretty much the entire game. I'm jealous of the Jules one. Dude, I was not expecting him to be there. My mom's jealous of that one too. But yeah, no, that Julian Edelman one I like. I'm happy with that one. 1st and 10. Baron Morton's going to give this one off. All right, they're not even showing us the game. They're just still talking to Lane Johnson. Nobody wants to see your face on the screen. Show the game. All right, 2nd and 10 for the Patriots. New England across the 20. JaMychal Hasty's your starting back here. Going to help him with blitz pickup. Baron Morton's going to get that ball to hold up, flag on the play. They keep going away from the game. What are we doing? Shout out to my boy JD, man. All right, who's the flag on? Come on, get Lane Johnson off my screen. Respectfully. Looks like a push-off. That's a push-off. That's on the Pats, so that's going to be a penalty. 2nd and 20 now. Patriots now backed up inside the 15. Baron Morton going to throw in the middle of the field. Jack Westover. It's pretty much all backups now. Demetrius Crownover is in the mix, though. All right, 3rd and 7. JaMychal Hasty still the back. Baron Morton drops back. Has a rusher coming off the edge, and Baron Morton panics, and that's going to be a sack on 3rd and 7. Baron Morton, stay in there, buddy. You're punting. Are we going to see Tommy DeVito punt now? Rough moment there. Edge rusher just comes free on the right side. Let's see who this is on. That's going to be on Demetrius Crownover, who blocks the wrong guy, helps his left guard there, it looks like, or the right guard, excuse me, and just allows a free rusher to come into Baron Morton. And Baron Morton's still out there to punt. Why is Baron Morton not a bad punter? So flag on the play. Not a great punt, but he's also a 3rd-string quarterback, so let's understand that. It's going to be on the Pats. Tack on an extra 5 yards for Philly. Man, this is just... Now, this ref does not seem happy to be here. I'm going to be honest with you on that one. I agree there. Of course, make sure you guys slam that like button if you have not yet. We want to get 100 likes on the stream by the end of the stream. We got 75, so we should definitely be able to. Too many penalties on the Pats. The game will be very difficult if they keep getting penalties. Right now, they are at... Let's see. So the Patriots have gotten 1 sack. The Eagles have gotten 4. And then the Eagles have had 3 penalties to the Patriots' 6. So we've had double the penalties. And right now, too, their kick return game is doing well. They're averaging 26.5 yards per kick return, which is above average. .64 receiving yards for Carson Steele. You had Will Shipley average 5.1 yards per carry. Steele has averaged 3.7. And I mean, Tanner McKee is 10 for 13, 105, 1 touchdown, 1 sack, and a 125.5 rating. Across the 50, Philadelphia, 1st and 10. They're going to give this one to Steele up the middle. Give him about 4 or 5 yards. For the Patriots, though, Tommy DeVito with a pretty good game. 8 for 15, 151. Sacked 3 times, but 1 touchdown and a 110.7 overall rating. DeVito was our leading rusher, though. 3 carries, 44 yards. Haskins was 4 carries, 16 yards, 4 yards per carry. Larison was also averaging 4 yards per carry on 3 carries for 12 yards. And Jam Miller, 4 carries, 2 yards, 0.5 yards per carry. They're going to give this one back to Carson Steele on 2nd and 5. He's going to get about 1 or 2 yards. Let's go, Pats, baby. I liked it. I got you. My man. My man. When do you think the Patriots are going to hire you as a reporter, man? I don't know. I talked to Fred Kirsch at the Super Bowl, and I was like, yo, hey man, I'm waiting for a job. He's like, yo, give me your card. And I was like, all right. My phone's not ringing, Fred. My phone's not ringing. So I'm waiting. So, they give this one off again to Carson Steele on 3rd and 2. And this time the Patriots defense comes up huge for the stop. There we go. So Patriots bending a little bit, but they ain't breaking. Unfortunately, though, Baron Morton is the quarterback, and we're down by 4. 4th and 1, though. Philadelphia is going to go for this every time. All right, in the shotgun. Patriots, they're going to pass. Oh, and it's incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie cornerback, Karan Prunty, but not able to bring that one in. Great job by the Patriots defense, man. That's bend but don't break right there. 4th and 1, and they go for it, and McKee just lofts the ball up to the blind spot of the field. I don't know what he's doing there, and Karan Prunty almost comes up with that one, which, honestly, it doesn't matter if Prunty comes up with that interception because it would look good for him, but whether that ball's dropped or picked right there, the Patriots are starting at the same place. All right, still 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. What would you guys rate this game based off of interest on a 1 to 10? I'm going to go with like a 4. I'm going to go with a 4. You know what? Now last week was a 4. I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go 5. Maybe 4.5. Six. Oh, all right. My bad, Gia. You liking this game? Damn, here I am poo-pooing on it. All right, Barrymore's going to give this one off too. Jam Miller. Haven't seen Miller in a while. Oh, good run by Miller, but damn, his neck. Yo, number 30 for the Eagles. Wade, you bending my boy's neck back. Chill. He's already down. But strong run there by Jam Miller on 1st. And the fact that Jam Miller, we really didn't see him too much in the first half. Like I said, he was averaging 0.5 yards per carry. Now we're seeing him a little bit different than what we saw last week. Jam Miller, 2nd and 4. See what they do. Patriots across the 50 for the 1st. Miller, strong run, but then stopped at the line. Going to bring 3rd down. I'm tipsy and also have a Red Bull. Could be wrong. However, I missed the last game. So fair. fair. The last game was pretty rough too. I thought the first half wasn't bad, but this one not great. Shout out Gia. Shout out Gia. All right, Jack Westover in motion. Baron Morton's going to give this one off to Lan Larison. Larison's going to push his way forward. Forward progress. He should have this, but it is close. Let's see where they spot this. So it's going to be 4th and 1, they say. All right, 4th and 1. Lan Larison's in the backfield. Patriots looking to go for this one. They're expecting it. Oh, and there's no way he's getting... Oh, second attempt, and he gets it. So Lan Larison stopped immediately behind the line. Multiple Eagles defenders there, and somehow Lan Larison, second attempt, dives for it. So multiple Eagles there, but strong legs by Larison, and then he dives for it. That's a first for the Patriots. Great job by Lan Larison. Multiple defenders on him to shake him off, keep him up on his legs, and dive for the first. So Patriots across the 50. Tanner Arkin in motion. Morton off the bootleg and has to just put this one at the legs of CJ Dupree. And so I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my friends like a vodka and Red Bull. I don't think I've ever found like my drink to have, you know? And I feel like you haven't lived until you figure out what your drink is as a person. And I don't know what mine is. And I kind of hate it. I kind of hate it. Second and 10. Baron Morton's going to drop back. He's under pressure. He's going to try to look down for the check down for Larison, and Larison catches this one, and he turns nothing into something. That's a good job there by Lan Larison and Baron Morton to connect. Gin and tonic. Okay, I've heard a lot of good things about gin and tonic, but I've never tried it. I always do like vodka and something else, you know, because I'm big on health in the gym, so I'm like, I can't do beer. I can't do beer because that's just too much calories. Gotta stay fit. Hey, Patriots fans starting the wave at Gillette Stadium. Should we get a wave going in the chat? My go-to drink is a diet soda. You know what? I know a lot of people like that. Ooh, 3rd and 4. Stands tall in the pocket. Tajon Palmer comes up with the catch on that one. So Baron Morton with a couple of good plays here on this drive. I ain't gonna lie. I low-key fuck with a Blue Hawaiian. You guys are giving me drink recommendations. I haven't heard of some of these. Gin and tonic, obviously, iconic. I've heard of it, but I haven't tried it. So I got to put that on the list. A Blue Hawaiian, I'll put that one on the list too. Y'all let me know. What are some good drinks? Specifically with like vodka, though. That's my go-to alk. All right, to Jam Miller. Oh, Jam Miller breaks a couple of tackles, still breaking, rushing through, putting his shoulders down. And Jam Miller with some good runs here. I should probably ask, to everybody suggesting me drinks, how old is everybody in the chat? Because I need to know, am I taking drink advice from like people my age, or am I about to get like an old person's drink next time I go to a bar? Because that's the last thing I want. Yeah, dude, I'm 25, but give me a drink for a 70-year-old. 43. So G is 43, 34. Okay, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. These are good enough ages that I'll take it from. You know? I'm just trying to what do they say? Not develop like fine wine. Age like fine wine. That's what I'm trying to age like. Wine. Also not a bad one. Damn, am I the youngest one in this chat? That's 27, my boy. Welcome back. 49, 70s child, 80s kid. Okay. Okay. The wave's working. We got everybody in the chat going now. Okay. Gin and tonic is bitter. Ooh. Okay. So that's all right. Sometimes bitter stuff is good. By the way, some of you I would not have expected this from just looking at your profile pictures. Like Gia here is telling me she's 43. You do not look 43 in that picture. Some of you guys, man, you guys are taking care of yourselves, and I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of you because you guys are looking good. You guys are looking good in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of 30s and 40s, and I'm going to be honest, I was expecting all of you to give me like 20s, early 30s. So good job, guys. I'm proud of y'all. I am proud of you guys for taking care of yourselves. You know what that deserves? That deserves a little. Oh, yeah. You got an old person chat. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's all right, man. That's all right. That's okay to have an older person chat because you guys can give me advice, right? So if I ever need help, I'm gonna just go to you guys. Like, all right, guys, what are some good drinks that I should try, right? And you guys are like, dude, I'm experienced. Let's try this drink. All right. Y'all really that old? No. No. Damn. Dude, I'm literally about to be 25, and I'm just like, oh, shoot, man. All right, Jam Miller with another opportunity. Only going to get one on this carry, so not going to get a whole lot out of that one. It's going to be second down now. But damn, I didn't know we had some vets in the chat, man. So you guys let me know, like, I'm about to be 25. So like, you guys let me know what are things in my life that are like important lessons now that I'm about to be 25 that I need to like know with my life moving forward. You guys let me know. I always like getting advice. I always like getting wisdom from people who have experience. I'm gonna spill my drink. You guys let me know in the chat too. Where's everybody from? Right? How many people are actually representing from Massachusetts? I want to know where everybody's from. Where are we located, guys? Where's the Patriots Global family from? All right, Baron Moore going to give this one off to Lane Larison. Larison moving fast. Larison gets the first down on 3rd and 9. Oh, my gosh, dude, that's Rex Burkhead. That's, no. Get me a couple gin and tonics from my girl Gia, and I'm telling you, I will not know the difference between Lane Larison and Rex Burkhead. I'm telling you, I won't. First and goal for the Patriots. Lane Larison, give it to him. He dives. That's in, baby. Woo! Let's go, baby. Lane Larison in the end zone. And that was all Lane Larison and Jam Miller on that drive. So those guys deserved it. And man, I'll tell you, Lane Larison putting everything on the line. He wants it. He's fighting for this team, and I think that's exactly what you want from a guy who's fighting for a roster spot. He's running hard. He's putting his body on the line. He's diving to get the points, man. That's exactly what you want to see. He wanted that touchdown bad, diving like 3 yards out. Great job by the Patriots offense to drive down the field and take the lead. All right, Andy, put this one through. And he does. Andy has been perfect today. Knock on wood. Everybody knock on wood right now. Patriots up by 3. Just do some straight vodka. So Gia's from New England, but she's representing in California. Gia, what you doing in California? Damn, that's far. That is far from New England. Oh, we got some of you in California. Arkansas, North Carolina. Someone said do the prenup. No, not the prenup. Born in Miami, but grew up in Mass. Live in Mass currently. Nice. Western Mass. Okay. Save for a rainy day. Enjoy your money and take chances. I like that. I like that. Save money for a rainy day, but enjoy your money and take some chances. Wow. Originally from Mass. Okay. I grew up in Lawrence, Mass, but live in Louisiana. Colby, where are you from, bro? Dude, I'm in PA. I'm in PA, so I'm a couple hours from Mass. So whenever the Patriots decide to offer me a job, as long as the pay is worth it, I'm just saying. Then I'll be in Mass. So I'm waiting for the opportunities, man. I'm waiting for the opportunities, but only like a 6-hour drive maybe to Mass. Not crazy. Unfortunately, I'm around Eagles fans. I'm about 50 minutes from Philadelphia. So New York City, I know, but I don't like New York sports team. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I have some friends who live in New York City, so I'm there a few times a year. Ew, Eagles fans, dude, I know. It's literally the worst. My boy Alpha Courage, $5 donation says, just like last year, start off behind, but come back to win it. Hey, man, it matters how you play in the second half, not the first half, right? That's just how football works. Alpha Courage comes back in here and says, we Patriots are all over the place, baby. We representing. 6-time, we all over the world. I always love to know where my viewers are from, though, because I've always had some interesting comments about where people are from, like Indonesia, I think was one of the comments I got before. Hawaii, some people are from. So it's just really cool to see where the community is from, where you guys are representing from. So Philadelphia trying to turn this kick return back, and they do. Patriots return team here. Not doing too well. The coverage on punt returns and kick returns are just not there, especially today. Tom Brady, my boy, the iconic, the only Tom Brady, 7 rings, says, I want both running back Jam Miller. Give us power. Land can receive. They are very different types of running backs. I don't put it out of the question that the Patriots only, or not only, but do rather keep 4 running backs, you know? We're talking about 3, but could they keep 4? Potentially. Potentially, depending on how these guys perform. 1st and 10, McGee drops back, lobs that ball up. That was a terrible, terrible pass. How does guy open? That's going to go incomplete. Some people going to be getting cut tomorrow. Pass interference on the play. If Land could return kicks, he has a spot. I think he has to be an above-average kick returner for that. I'd like to see more from him as a returner. All right, let's see. 1st and 10. Patriots showing blitz. They are. They're going to run the ball. Patriots trying to get to the edge. And they get there. And they're going to stop. Steal behind the line of scrimmage. Amari Gaynor, one of the first guys there. With just a flood of Patriots defenders on that one. That's what we like to see. Whoa, shout out to my boy King Money for the $20 donation. Everybody give it up in the chat for King Money. Big time support for the channel. Says, what's up, PG? We are back, Pats. LFG, baby. We are back. I know it's the preseason. Preseason's a little Usually I don't go live during the preseason, but I did last year. So I was like, we'll do it again this year. And man, it's going to be a lot more fun in the regular season, these watch parties. I'll tell you that. Tries to go to steal and set up a screen on 2nd and 11. But McGee throws it out his legs, and that's going to be incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 11 for Philly. We're in the 4th quarter, 12 minutes left. So finally, this one's starting to dwindle down. But yeah, man, definitely excited for the regular season watch parties because these preseason games over the last 2 weeks have been pretty rough to watch for the Patriots. All right, 3rd and 11. Phillies at the 39-yard line. McKee drops back. Patriots show blitz. Farms is in there, and that's incomplete for Philadelphia. Patriots blitz gets home for the pressure. Something that I think we're going to see all season long, man. Let me tell you, this Patriots defensive line, not great in terms of pass rush by rushing 4. So could we see the Patriots be a top 5 blitzing unit defensively by the end of the year? I think it's very likely. All right, Philly's going to punt this. Come on, pass. Let's get in the end zone again. Let's put this baby away. So no return for the Patriots on this one. PG, did A.J. Brown and May play well? We didn't see him. We didn't see him, unfortunately. And at the top of the show, something that we're going to be doing in the beginning of every live watch party, we're going over what I'm looking for from each of these games. And one of the first things I was looking for, I made this graphic last night, so unfortunately we didn't get the report till today that they weren't playing, but I wanted to see what the starting offense looked like. I wanted to see Drake May, wanted to see A.J. Brown, wanted to see Romeo Doubs, wanted to see what that connection was looking like with a brand new offense entering 2026. And unfortunately, we did not get that. In fact, it was a report that we're seeing less starters this week than last week, which is funny because no starters played last week. So that female reporter sounded like she was putting back too many. Uh-oh. Maybe she's drinking with my girl Gia. Live in Vermont. Okay. We got some Maryland. Starting senior year this week. And y'all are a different type of senior. Oh, man, good luck to you, brother. Senior year, let me tell you. I mean, I don't know what classes you're taking and where you are, but senior year was probably the easiest year, you know, because you're chilling a little bit more, right? So enjoy it, man. Let me tell you, that would be my advice. Enjoy senior year. You're going to look back and be like, dude, where did the time go? I feel like high school was literally last year. I graduated high school in 2020. All right, let's see. Baron Morton's going to give this one off to Jermichael Hasty. Fast off the line. Only going to get about 3 yards, though, here on first. Let's bring up second down. Do you think Drake May and the starters will play the third game? A half, maybe. Look, I'd be surprised if Mike Vrabel said we're not going to play the starters at all in the preseason, and it's also philosophy that I wouldn't like. If he's taken an approach to where he wants practices to be more aggressive, so this Patriots team starts off hotter in the beginning of the season, then that's kind of counteractive to not play any of the starters in 3 preseason games. Historically, though, teams usually play the starters for maybe a drive in the first game and then a half or a quarter in the second game and then not all in the third. Patriots taking a bit of a different approach. But first down for the Patriots here, Nick DeGennaro with the first on 2nd and 7. Tries to cut this one back, get a little bit of extra yards. Is Keyshawn Booty still on the team? Yes, sir. Yes, he is. I don't think we saw him out there today either. All right, Jam Miller going to get this run. He's going to go up and get about 5 or 6 yards. Good run up the gut of the O-line. Damn, your class of 2020. Yeah, I was the COVID class. My last day of school was actually sooner than everyone else because I went home sick a few days prior. Little did I know I was saying goodbye to high school that day. Crazy story. All right, Tanner Arkin in at fullback. Going to give this one off again. Jam Miller, Patriots, trying to run out this clock and just drive down the field. Same way that they got into the end zone on last drive, was just by running the football. But it's 3rd down now. All right, 3rd and 3 for the Patriots. They're not in field goal range. Morton's going to go out to Dixon. So, wow, hey, Kyle Dixon, the UDFA, who I made a YouTube short about. Patriots found something special, and then after I made that video, he didn't do anything. But Kyle Dixon, man, good to see him finally get an opportunity. The first time we've seen it this entire summer. Patriots move the chains. Shout out to Baron Morgan. Damn, I was kind of poo-pooing on him earlier, but Baron Morgan looking pretty solid when he has to pass the football. Tanner Arkin still there at fullback. JaMychal Hasty, the running back. They're going to give this one off. JaMychal Hasty tries to bounce it to the outside. He's going to get about 3 yards. Second and 7. Pats across the 50. Dupree in motion. They're going to give this one off to Hasty. Hasty to the outside. Hasty. Hasty. That's a fumble? What was Hasty doing? He just threw the ball behind him. Wait, what? The former Patriot cornerback Sean Wade punches the ball out on JaMychal Hasty. That's a fumble. And Hasty doesn't even know. Oh, dude. You can't do that in this moment. Driving down the field, you're up by 3, have an opportunity to put the game away, and you fumble. And I don't think JaMychal Hasty knew he fumbled because he just casually walked out of bounds after that. But it's a fumble. Punches out 2 feet in bounds before he goes out of bounds. It was personal for Wade. It might have been. Dude, like, what are you doing, Hasty? And that was a good looking drive for the Patriots too, man. That sucks. Do they not teach ball security anymore? I don't know. I mean, JaMychal Hasty also got here the day of the Colts game, but I mean, it's still no excuse. There's still 12 minutes, but this is hardly the time for mistakes. Yeah, you're only up by 3. You're marching down the field to maybe even put yourself up by 10. You can't get comfortable with this amount of time still left on the board. 8 minutes and 44 seconds and only up by 3. I think for JaMychal Hasty, it's not really so much about making the 53, but maybe more so, can he do enough to be on the practice squad and get some elevations? All right, so the Eagles are taking over just before the 50. They're going to give this one to Carson Steele. Steele, who with that run will get across the 50. So at the 49 is the Eagles, 2nd and 6. They're going to fake this one off on the bootleg. Jesse Luketa, somehow gets that ball off. And the Eagles are going to get the first down there. So Jesse Luketa had the pressure, but unfortunately, Philadelphia able to deliver the pass at the first. All right, that's actually Amari Gainer, excuse me, not Jesse Luketa. Thought I saw some dreads there. That's my bad. All right, Philadelphia now at the 40-yard line, so they're just about field goal range. In motion, they're going to toss the ball off to Steele, who's going to bounce it to the left side. Patriots are there, though. Great job by the Patriots. Braden Swinson, one of the first guys there to make that one. Him and Aiton. So Carson Steele a little frustrated with that one. All right, so dropping back at the 41. Going to deliver this pass, and that's going to be caught. Wilson, one of the first ones there for the Patriots on 2nd and 11. That's going to bring up 3rd and short. It's 3rd and 5 now for Philadelphia. All right, 3rd and 5. Come on, boys. Tanner McKee goes empty. Patriots sending the blitz. The drop back. First down, Philadelphia inside the 25. It's going to be Stone Smart for Philly. And the Patriots defensive back fell on that one, trying to see who that is. It's 34 for New England. That's a 4th stringer. 1st and 10. Philly at the 25. Going to bounce this one to the outside and gets out of bounds. That's a flag. That's for Philly. That was Quez Watkins, but that one's going to be brought back. Oh, unnecessary roughness on Philly. 15-yard penalty. First down. All right, let's see what Philadelphia comes out in here. They're at the 39-yard line. They go empty again. Patriots are showing blitz. Amari Gainer with the pressure. They're going to try to set up the screen. They're going to get a few on that one on 2nd and 24. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Likely just trying to play what's in front of them. And then just try to tie the game. So 3rd down for Philly. Or 2nd down. They just switched it. All right, so 2nd and 17. Looks like they messed up. Patriots send blitz. Timeout flag. Flag on the play. False start Philly. It's going to back them up even more. It's on the right guard for Philly. Let's back them up even more. So that pretty much just erases the screen they had the play before. So 2nd and 22. Philly drops back. Patriots got some pressure. Hits his guy in the middle of the field, and they're going to get a big chunk of that back. It's going to be about 16 to 17 yards. 3rd and 5 now, so a big chunk play there. The miserable ref came through, huh? How about that? All right, Patriots showing blitz again on a 3rd and 5. And they will blitz. Not getting home. Carson Steele left wide open. Hurdles again and touchdown. The 2nd hurdle for Carson Steele of this game. They sent the blitz. They got too aggressive. They checked the ball down to Steele, who literally has nobody around him. One defender to beat, and he hurdles him. So Patriots driving down the field to take what at least should have looked like a 6 to 10 point lead, and now instead they lose the lead and they're down by 4. Come on, man. I know it's just a preseason. Like this coaching staff doesn't care about winning or losing these games, but man, like if you're gonna send blitzes like that, you got to get home, because if you don't, what I've seen over the last 2 weeks is that these opposing offenses for Indy and now Philadelphia are taking advantage of the Patriots' aggressiveness, and they're just running these, check downs, or they're running these screen passes, and they're getting huge chunk plays out of them because there's no Patriots defender there. Patriots have more than enough time, but they're going to need a touchdown here. And then they're going to need a defensive stop. So, I mean, I like what I've seen from the offense over the last 2 drives, but Hasty screwed them over. Hopefully they didn't lose the momentum after that fumble. Hasty's dead to me. All right, let's see how this thing ends. All right. Who's this as your returner? De Janeiro. He's going to get past the 25, but not quite to the 30. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left. 3 timeouts for each team. Pats have to take the ball 73 yards down the field to get into the end zone. All right. Prentice in motion. Baron Morton drops back, has time. Looks to Prentice, but throws into double, even triple coverage. Lucky that wasn't picked off. It's 2nd and 10 now. Is that Isaiah Bolden? That's Isaiah Bolden? No, that's my guy. He's an Eagle. Damn, I didn't even know that. Oh, 2nd and 10, and Dorner gets leveled. Damn, I didn't know Bolden was an Eagle. Well, my night's ruined. All right, third and 6. Hey, Prentice in motion. Drops back, sends the blitz. Morton in pressure. He's going to dump that one off to Larison. Oh, he keeps it moving, and Larison gets the first. Dude, right when you think Larison's going to be brought down, he just turns on this extra motor and just somehow gets you the extra yards that you need. I don't know how he does it. Lan Larison, holy game are you having? First and 10 for the Patriots. Gonna drop back, sends the blitz again. Baron Morton. Oh, no! Almost picked. Patriots get away with that. Gray almost with the deflection pick on that one. Right off the hands of Jack Westover, and not a good pass by Baron Morton. Man, that should have been picked. Ball's deflected at the line. That looked like it altered it. So 2nd and 10, gets away with that one. Morton, got to get the ball out. Dumps it off again. Oh, De Janeiro with a move. Oh, De Janeiro with a first. Nick De Janeiro, baby. Wait, they're going to say that's short? Third and 1. They not get that? No, that says they got the first. They got the first, but was that not a first before? Even the TV thought it was a first. They gave them a 10-yard split there. Bro, like, I understand it's the preseason, but just the broadcasts, the refereeing over the last 2 weeks of the preseason have been so bad. And if this is like a look into what the regular season is going to be, the NFL is in for a rude season. Larson definitely ate his Wheaties before the game. Man, I need some Wheaties, bro. I'm hungry. The refs are the worst part of any game. Bunch of mood killers. You tell them. Tell them, Gia. I need drunk Gia in the chat every week. Keeping it real. Man, I really hate watching the Eagles broadcast. They just glaze everything they do. Dude, 117 yards total for Carson Steele. What are we doing? 84 receiving yards. Harrison Butker hit a 69-yard field goal. Dude, damn. His wife must have made him dinner. Ah. All right, 2 minutes. DeGeneiro in motion. Larison in the backfield. Gonna give this one off to Larison. Larison up the middle. Oh, gets hit immediately. Gain of 1 or 2. Just 1 yard. All right, Patriots at the 49. Morton drops back. Morton under pressure. Morton throws deep. No, and he overthrows him. Palmer was open. Palmer stops running. Can't find the ball. What are you doing? Would have been a touchdown if he kept. What are you doing, Palmer? That would have been a touchdown. Morton goes back. This Dorner. That's a first down, Patriots. Dorner wasn't touched till after he gets the first. Great job by Dorner. Great job by Morton. Oh, my. Morton kind of nasty in this game. What's happening? Hold up. Hold up. Morton kind of. Oh, they look like they're reviewing this. So they're taking a look to see if Dorner was touched before he gets the first. So Dorner might be shy a yard. But they need enough to say he truly touched him and not just it looks from the angle that way. Like, you need undeniable proof that he was touched and not just, oh, this angle makes it look like he's touched. All right, they're going to say Dorner was short. Going to be short a yard. 4th down. Have to go for it. All right, 4th and 1. Yo, shout out Jay Cochran, 4889. I heard that guy works at Buffalo Wild Wings. 4th and 1. Gots to have it. Baron Morton, 4th and 1. Morton, oh! Out to Kyle Dixon on the speed route, baby. Ooh! Come on, Kyle Dixon. Come on, baby. Ooh! Yo, Morton's clutch tonight. Morton's clutch tonight, dog. I don't know what happened to him. But I'm not going to lie. I might be having more fun watching Baron Morton. Shout out Baron Morton tonight, man. What a game you're having. What's his numbers? Morton, not a perfect game, but, 12-16, 91, 88.3 rating. Blitz is coming. Something don't look right about that play. That's going to go out of bounds to Dorner. Flag on the play. No. Pass interference on the defense. And a legal shift by the Patriots. Fouls offset. So it doesn't matter. That would have been big for the Patriots if they got the defensive pass interference. Yeah, that play looked wonky from the start. That didn't make sense. All right, let's see. We're still a little under 40 yards out. Baron Morton, Lane Larison. Come on, Morton, fire that baby down the field. Morton's going deep. Oh, that's a touchdown. Nick DeGeneiro, 23 in the end zone. That's a touchdown. Baron Morton goes clutch factor again. 57 seconds left in the game. 3 timeouts still for Philly. Too much time left on the clock. But wow, a potential game-winning drive by Baron Morton and the Patriots. Extra point is good. Kind of looks just barely, but it's good. Patriots only up by 3. If this game ends in a second straight tie, what would be the odds? What would be the odds that this game would be a second straight tie by the Patriots? Don't let that happen. Shut them down, baby. Cole Payton is coming in for the Eagles. So we haven't seen Cole Payton come in at all in this game. So why are the Eagles sending in their 3rd-string quarterback? 4th-string quarterback? Okay. So Cole Payton looks like big time leg user. So very mobile. Got to watch out for that. All the Eagles need is a field goal for a tie. There's no overtime in the preseason, which is stupid. Rough kick. Would have liked to see the Patriots pin him deep, and they're going to take over pretty close to the 30 here. 53 seconds left. That my boy Keaton. All right, everybody. Come on. Let's see how this baby ends. Come on, Pats. Come on, baby. Peyton drops back. Patriots rush 4. Goes outside. Gets hit. Late flag. Hands to the face on the offense. 10-yard penalty, baby. Replay first down. First and 20 for Philly. Someone's injured for the Patriots. Patriots are charged a timeout because of their injury. Who? Chad Muma is the injured player for the Patriots. Yikes. 61 yards is the career long for Elliott. If a tie happens again, I shave my head. You guys saw it here, Richie Fresh. I'm keeping this up. Actually, maybe I shouldn't, just in case something's clippable. Goes to the outside, tries to get some of these yards back, shy of the 30 still. Philly's going to take a timeout. There are a lot of injuries in this game. I will say, Gia, you are right about that one. But Chad Muma was injured coming out of that Colts game, apparently. So we only saw him a couple days this week. So maybe re-aggravated, whatever that was. Who all has been injured? Chad Muma for the Patriots and Marcus Bryant for the Patriots. Had a couple of Eagles also go down, one of which was a very serious injury for them on the first play of the game. First and 10, or second and 10, excuse me, for Philly. 42 seconds. Patriots are going to rush for. Get some pressure on the outside. Fumble. Pick it up. Yeah. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's a fumble recovered by the Patriots, and we are going home winners in this one, baby. Let me get a die, Eagles, die in the chat. Let me get a die, Eagles, die in the chat, baby. Middle fingers up to Philly. Let's go, baby. What a play to end it. KJ Britt with the play. Or Hutchins with the play, excuse me. Wow, the rookie 7th round pick with the game winner. Let's go! Die, Eagles, die! Woo! Cry, Eagles, cry on the road to misery. Let's go! Ah! We on that shit, baby. We on that. Let's go! Woo! Yeah! Dub in the chat. Ah, man. And everybody on my social media story for Snapchat is all Eagles fans. Sorry, Colby. I keep my hair. You know what, Richie? For your sake, I'm glad. We've had too many Bills fans shave their head because they've lost bets to me. So, you know, Eagles fans hate us. Oh, dude, I'm sure. But, like, if Eagles fans won this game, they'd be like, oh, yeah, like, A.J. Brown left the Patriots to go, or left the Eagles to go to the Patriots. They fucking suck. So, I'm just glad we won so that they couldn't say crap. In hindsight, it doesn't really matter. It's just a preseason game. Like, we're not going to bump our chest that we won a preseason game against Philadelphia. Like, let's not be that fan base. But came down to the wire, and I hate Eagles fans because just how much crap they talk about our organization, how much crap they talk about A.J. Brown because they can't cope with the fact that bro left and didn't want to play for them. All they've done is chirp for months, and they still continue to chirp. It's absurd. So this is the closest thing that we were going to get to shutting them up, and at least we came out with it. So I'll take it. Colby, no Diddy, but you're looking fresh, growing out that hair. Keep it up. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'm trying for the flow hairstyle. So we're not there just yet, but it's starting. It's starting, my guy. So I appreciate you, man. That's the best compliment I could get. Best compliment. But hey, man, I appreciate all you guys for watching, tuning in, all of the super chats, all the support on the channel. This one definitely was a lot more exciting than last week. It started rough, but fourth quarter came along and, like, man, suddenly the watch party became a whole lot more fun. So one more watch party for the preseason, and then real football matters. So make sure you guys tune in for our final watch party of the preseason against the Cleveland Browns next week. I believe that's a Thursday game at 8 p.m. So make sure you guys are here. We already got that stream up, so you guys know where to be. This is the place to be. And of course, make sure you guys also tune in all regular season long for watch parties when the games actually matter. But without further ado, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. And until next time, appreciate you guys for watching, and go Pats.